Folks, we are ready for some hockey. Good to see you guys for tuning into this one. Thank you again for tuning in. We have, again, the final women's hockey game of the Olympics as the United States of America takes on Canada. The winner, of course, gets the gold. The loser gets a silver. And, of course, again, this matchup has been featured, again, plenty of the Winter Olympics between Canada and the United States. Canada, of course, has pretty much dominated, but, I mean, the last two has been split. So, again, if the United States win this one, they'll have won two of the last three. And that's always a positive way to see things. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hopefully, again, we have a great day, great game, and that's all we can hope for. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, we can kind of look at the bracket here before we get started. United States in blue, Canada in white. Again, Canada started off with a 5-1 record. I just realized that the internet is not connected. Now it is. 5-1 victory against Germany. Then they, of course, escaped against Switzerland, who, of course, would win the bronze. United States winning 6-0, 6-0 against Italy, and then 5-0 against Sweden to, of course, get here today. Face-off about to happen. United States again going right to left. Canada left to right. Again, Canada white jersey, black pants. United States in all blue as Carpenter wins the face-off for the United States, as that is Edwards on the far side, but it's poked away by Canada. Then Keller is there to retreat, retreating to her own side, sends it to Carpenter. Carpenter to the far side. Carpenter in the middle. She sends it up, and it's going to be a little bit wide. Canada with it now on the far side. I believe that is Hurst. Hurst with it. Or, pardon me, Fast. Fast is intercepted by Edwards. Edwards sending it to the far side and poked away by Canada. This is Stacy. Stacy taking it to the far corner. Skating around to the near corner. Someone lost a stick. I believe that is the United States that lost a stick there. As Canada will have it in the near wall. Near wall, sending it to the near corner. As Frankel's going to hand it out to Harvey. Harvey over there to the far side. Going to connect with Janicki. Janicki sending it to the near corner. And Harvey with it again. Shot's going to be deflected. Oh, man, just shot out of nowhere. And so that's the first shot on goal, again, to the United States. Murphy with it in her own end. Heavily pursued, though, by Canada. Canada coming out with a lot of speed. That was Fillier with the pursuit. As she sends it around to the near corner. And Fast, of course, for Canada, trying to race for it as it glides all the way to her own end. Again, fast-paced game so far as the United States does intercept it, sending it to the far corner. But, of course, DBN going to come out and send it out to Canada. But there's now a scrum in the far corner. Canada, though, does have it. Canada, Fast, is intercepted. Stecklin with the interception. Zumwinkle in on the pursuit, but not able to get there. As here is Canada, but they quickly give it up. That is going to be an icing for Canada. So United States will have a face-off, of course, with Canada on the far side on the Canadian end. Again, appreciate you guys tuning in. Good to see you, Hammer. Future Roberts. Michael, good to see you. George, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, hopefully this is a great game. We do have a poll. Feel free to let me know who you think is going to win. Right now, the United States, of course, the poll is adding up to 101%. We'll just round down. 72% of you guys with the USA. 28% with Canada. Face-off won by the Canadians. This is Fast. Fast, turns it over. As, let's see here, Murphy's on the pursuit. Murphy and Bilka. Bilka, though, unable to get there. Canada making their way downtown, sending it to the near corner. But I believe Keller is going to beat them to the punch. Keller now taking it down the near wall as she sends it to Bilka. Though it's tipped away by Canada. Canada out on the far side, crossing the blue line. And now it's going to be an offsides on Stacy. I don't know if she's got it going on or not, but yeah, Stacy's mom. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to move on. Face-off here on the United States. Janicki in there for the face-off. Turnbull for Canada. Canada wins the face-off, sending it to the near corner of the United States. As here is Wynn. Wynn sending it to Curl. Curl sending it across, and it's going to be poked away by Turnbull. Janicki, though, pokes it away from Turnbull. Canada winning it back, sending it to the near wall. where, of course, Harvey is going to track it down. Harvey sending it to the far side, connecting on the far wall. This is Skamura. Skamura inside to Janicki. Janicki sends it to the far side, but unable to get it. Turnbull with the interception, sending it backwards, actually, connecting there with Ambrose. As she sends it to the far corner. Canada racing around, circling around near circle. Sends it to the far circle. Shot is going to be deflected wide. United States now with it on the near side. But Canada winning it back. Then the United States with Stecklin taking it back. United States sending it to the far corner, where it's going to be tracked down to the near corner. Canada with it, sending it off the near wall as it deflects into the United States territory. Sending it up the wall are the Americans, but quickly tracking down to the Canadians. But the United States with it back at the far wall, sending it to the middle, but it's tipped by the Canadians. Here is Fast. Fast sending it to Fillier. Fillier sending it to the far side, where it's going to be intercepted by the United States. I believe this is Stecklin. Stecklin with it down the near wall. She just flicks it to the goalie. DBN with the save. Gloving it with 16:22 left to go in the first. 2 shots on goal for the United States. Canada with 0. But, of course, Canada playing with a lot of speed. Haven't really seen that. Again, the United States did play these guys. Again, as you already know, United States over Canada 5-0 in their first matchup. Looking to be a different result today, as far as maybe a little bit closer, as that's going to be another icing. So we'll see, again, another face-off. Last 7 meetings, the United States has met Canada 7 times since 2025, and the USA has won every single one. 2-1, 4-3, 4-1, 6-1, 10-4, 5-1, and then 5-0. As we have a pass inside, but it gets in between her legs, unable to get there in time. Zumwinkle couldn't quite track it down. Here are the Canadians sending it to the far side. United States with the shot, and it's going to be down by DBN with 15:57 to go in the first. So that's interesting. I did not know about that. So that is very much telling as far as how these teams have looked as of late against each other. United States dominating in most recent memory. Face-off won by the Canadians, though, sending it to the near corner. Here come the Canadians, sending it to Stacy. Stacy crossing the middle, half ice, I should say. And that's going to be gloved by Frankel. Stacy getting a shot from about half ice, mid-ice. And, again, gloved by Frankel. 15:46 left to go in the first. Again, appreciate you, Hammer, for tuning in. Repping, of course, the United States. And I tried to find a gold outline. Hopefully that looks gold enough. I don't know. There was definitely a bunch of different options. But, yeah, anyway, I'm going to move on. Face-off happening. Fillier versus Carpenter. Carpenter does win it, but then it's sent to the Canadians. Fast sends it to the near corner. Pauline with it on the far side. Far circle sends a shot. It's going to be denied. Oh, that was dangerous. Pauline, again, a threat, as she is, of course, the Canada's best player, though intercepted by the United States. This is Dunn. Dunn looking around. She sends it to the far circle. Now sending it back. This is Barnes. Barnes connecting with Carpenter. Carpenter chilling behind the goalie. She sends it inside, and it's going to be just downed or gloved by DBN with 15:13 left to go in the first. So far, kind of even. 3 shots for the United States, 2 for Canada. I will say probably the Pauline shot there that just happened again recently. Probably the most dangerous shot. Face-off won by the United States. This is Harvey on the near circle, sending it inside, and it's actually deflected away. Let's see here. Connecting there with, let's see, well, gosh, forgot number 23, Bilka. I keep forgetting Bilka. But Canada with it now in the far corner as she circles it around to the near side. This is Stacy. Stacy to Turnbull. Turnbull looking around. Sends it inside. Stacy with the shot. And it's deflected off the United States defenseman. Canada with it again. Another shot from way downtown. This time not even close as Harvey taking it down the ice. Oh, we got an opportunity for Murphy on the far side. Shot is going to be deflected off DBN. Bilko with it, and she loses control as that's deflected out of play with 14:27 left to go in the first. Murphy, that would probably be the best opportunity so far in this game for either team. Murphy with the breakaway opportunity. Of course, she was tracked down. Let's see here, 42. Thompson for Canada on the defense. But that was a pretty good. Murphy, again, has had a pretty solid tournament. But really, again, every American player has. So, looks like there may have been a penalty on that. Abby Murphy going to the box. Apparently, too many players. Unbelievable. So, well, I mean, again, a cool play by Murphy. Looks like, though, she may have hopped on too soon. And it's going to be a power play. Face-off won by the United States. Edwards swing and a miss as it's sent to the near corner of the Canadian, or probably the American side. Now there's just a bunch up here as the United States, again, doing to try to get rid of it. Skamura tried to, oh, she's kind of playing aggressive now, chasing it down to the Canadian end. Fast, a little too fast for her, though, as she cuts in, heads up the ice. Now sending it back to Fillier. Fillier crossing center ice, crossing the blue line, in between the legs of Keller. Fillier with it, sending it to the far blue line. Far side, far circle. Sends a shot. Poulin with the shot. It's denied. Denied. It's now in the far corner. Poulin sending around to the near corner. This is Fillier there in the near side, sending it to the middle. Far blue line. Canada with it. Far circle. Sends it middle. And slings it. It's going to be off the defender. Fillier losing control. Keller with it. Keller now tripped in the corner. No flag, no call. Canada with it again still. Sending it to the far circle. Sends it back to Poulin. Oh, Poulin mishandles it. Line change for the United States, and they got to hustle. Canada rushing down. Here's fast. Sends a shot denied by Frankel. United States with it again. 40 seconds left on the power play. And there they go. The USA just sending it to the far corner, making them start over. This is Thompson here with Canada. Again, 30 seconds left of the power play. Just under 13 minutes to go here in the first. Here is, well, actually, don't even know. Jock here for Canada. And she takes a crunch in the near corner. Again, 20 seconds left in the power play. Canada with it. Jock with it. Sends it back. Sends it inside Ambrose. And it's going to be saved by Franco. I don't know how she saved that. Unbelievable. This is Ambrose with it at the blue line. Sends it to the far side. Looks like that's going to be a power play kill for the United States, but Canada with it again at the near circle. Oh, it's knocked away by Murphy. Murphy again entering the ice and playing good defense. Turnbull sends it back to her defenseman, but it's blocked away, and it's going to go out of play with 12:12 left to go in the first period. Oh, man. All right, 4-4 on the shot, 0-0 on the scoreboard. With, again, 12-12. Everything's the same. 0-0, 4-4, 12-12. What the heck? Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Feel free, of course, to chat down below. Again, I try to get to the chat as often as I can, in between, commercials or stuff like that. So, again, appreciate you guys for listening in. Appreciate you guys letting the small channel call a game for you. That's, again, all I ask for is a chance. Again, not really the hockey expert, I'm not going to lie to you. But definitely, again, learning the game and pretty much, slowly really enjoying the game. I really do enjoy the game. So, again, if you do like football, though, or baseball, make sure, again, to subscribe. And I will be calling, of course, some hockey as well. A little bit of Penguins NHL. You never know. Maybe if you have, again, another NHL team, maybe the Penguins play them very soon. But appreciate you guys for tuning in again. Thank you, as always, for watching and taking some time out of your day. Again, that's pretty cool. It's not lost on me that people just tune in and watch me call a game. All right, we're back here again. 12-12 left to go here in the first period. Again, 4 shots apiece for each team. Again, we just exited a power play. The United States were down a lady. And, but, of course, the defense doing a pretty good job at holding Canada at bay. Again, 12-12 remaining here in the first. As they're showing a compilation of Hillary Knight's on the side. We're back in action, cutting to the game. Apparently, we missed a little bit of the face-off. Keller with it on the far corner of the United States end. Canada trying to poke it loose. Keller again trying to poke it loose as well as it glides behind the goal. This is Edwards. Edwards finding, I believe that's Heisey. Heisey to Keller. Keller sending it down the far right side. I believe that's going to be an icing with 11:45 to go in the first. That was indeed Heisey, yes. Greetings to my American friends. Best of luck to both teams. Appreciate you, Hugh. Yeah, it should be a good one. United States is the favorite, but Canada looking pretty solid here early. Here's Murphy down the far side as the Americans winning the face-off. Murphy almost tripped, but stays on her feet. Murphy and Bilka trying to poke it loose as Canada tries to gatekeep this puck. That is LaRock. Now it sends to the near side. This is Harvey. Harvey losing control, but then regaining it is Bilka. Murphy with it, sending it back to Harvey. Harvey deflected a little bit wide. LaRock with it here for Canada. Canada sending it to the far side. I believe this is Ambrose as that's deflected out of play with 11:09 left to go in the first. Sarah Nurse, they're highlighting her. Has yet to score a goal. Has yet to score a goal in the Olympics. However, does have 2 assists so far in the Olympics. +1 on the ice. There is actually a Canadian player with -2. That is LaRock. Anyway, that's just the plus-minus as Canada with it, but then quickly given up by the United States. That's going to be offsides, actually, with 11:01 left to go in the first. Deacon, how's it going? Good to see you, man. What's up? Yeah, not much happening. Just calling a gold medal match, United States and Canada. Probably the most toxic of all the matches that could happen is this one, as far as interactions with the fans. But so far, a pretty clean chat, as here we go, we're off and running. United States now with it in their own corner, in the near side, sending it down to the near wall. And it's poked away by Canada. Barnes with it in the corner, sending it to the far corner. Taken by, I believe this is Bilka. Bilka sending it to the Carpenter. Carpenter, though, unable to get there in time. Canada went with it in the near corner, but it's ripped away by the United States as they send it to the near corner. And that's going to be a icing with 10:36 left to go in the first. And Carpenter, again, 3 goals, 3 assists for her. Plus-minus of +8. That is one of the highest. Not quite, though. The highest is actually Caroline Harvey. Plus-minus of a +14. So when she's on the ice, they are putting goals in the nets. All right, here we go. This is Canada winning the face-off, sending it behind the goalie. This is Fast now in the near corner. Fast is being manhandled over there by Dunn. And it's going to be poked away. Believe this is Dunn again. Dunn with it to Stecklin. Stecklin to Bilka. Bilka unable to connect with Carpenter again as Canada does win it back. This is Fast. Fast with it in the near circle, sending it down the near wall as it's going to be poked away by the United States, but won back by Canada on the far circle, crossing the blue line, crossing center ice now, but then she flicks it ahead to the far corner. Frankel going to come out and hand it off to Keller. Keller there to, I believe this is Coyne, but then it's intercepted, and Edwards kind of mishandling it for the moment, but she sends it to the far side as that is going to be flicked ahead. That is Panic. That's right, Panic is 12. Not panicking by any means. Keller with it. Keller might be panicking herself as Canada double-teaming her. Canada with it now 2-on-1, but now the United States, Edwards coming in and helping out Keller. Keller gives it to Panic. Now to Coyne. Coyne back over to Zumwinkle, but now it's intercepted by Canada. Canada with it as she sends it to the far side. No one's there. Rolling down to the near corner of the United States end, sending it to the far corner, where it's going to glide into Skamura's stick. She's moving down the far side, but it's tipped away by Canada. Canada now with it gliding behind her own goalie, send it to the far corner, where Curl is there, but it's going to be still with Canada. Canada now breaking through. We got a 2-on-2. Stacy is one of them. Sends it inside. Stacy not able to be on the receiving end of the pass. As Fast sends it in, and it's going to be tipped up by Wynn, sending it down to the near corner. Canada with it fast at the blue line, sending it to the far blue line. Sends a shot inside, it's deflected away. As Pauline was in the area, this is Harvey. Harvey now moving down the ice, skating past half ice, mid ice. And it's going to just be with Canada again, fast sending it down the near side. This is Heisey. Heisey losing it, though. This is Fillier. Fillier racing down the near wall. She sends it to the near corner, where it's going to glide around to the far corner. Somewhat of a collision there. This is Watts for Canada. Canada with possession. Larocque sending it inside, deflected away. Dangerous here. Another pass that went across the middle. No one is there. Sending it to the far side is Canada, but the United States and Murphy trying to get it. This is Stecklin. Stecklin to Bilka. Bilka to Murphy, but Murphy not able to get there. Deflected away by Canada. Again, 8 minutes to go here in the first. 0-0 is your score. Only 4 shots on goal for each team. Canada with possession, though, a lot. Now a bad pass intercepted by Edwards, who hands it off to Bilka. She sends it to the far side. This is going to be with Canada. Canada with it. She sends it in the middle. And an opportunity for Canada. It's a 2-on-2. Nurse with it. Cuts inside of the far circle. She's looking around. Sends it to the blue line. Shot is going to be a little bit wide. Shot is off the post by Nurse. Unbelievable. And an opportunity for the United States, but they're unable to get there as Canada with it now on the near side. Canada with a lot of pressure. She sends it back to the blue line. This is fast. Fast now on a knee. Oh, and there's a tackle. Joy Dunn playing some football with a big hit. As Stacy trying to get in there in the corner on Keller. Turnbull now with it in the near corner. Sends it inside. Shot is deflected. Stacy with it. Shot is slammed behind the goal. Now they're just kind of holding the puck in the near corner. Sends it in the middle, and it's intercepted by Keller. Keller taking it down the far side. Keller is just going to flick it ahead, and I believe that touched a Canadian player on the bench. So it's out of play there with just over 6:30 to go in the first. Canada, go, go, go. 0-0 is your score there. Appreciate you, man, for tuning in. Canada, again, applying the pressure. Again, 5 shots on goal. 4. All right, we don't do spamming on this channel, buddy. So we're going to go ahead and put you in a little timeout. And you can think about what you did. You know, the one time, I've been putting it on slow mode the whole time. The one time I don't, we get a spammer. Unbelievable. What are the odds of that? What are the odds of that? That is crazy stuff. That is actually pretty insane. Anyway, appreciate you guys again for tuning in. Again, a kind of a brief timeout here. 6:34 left to go. 0-0 is your score. And, yeah, I mean, again, Canada has been kind of looking pretty good. The last, I would say, 5-10 minutes, they've really dominated, to be honest with you. Again, they've had possession pretty much the whole time. But, you know, again, we'll see how it, of course, unfolds. Still plenty of hockey left to go. Looks like we're about to resume after this time. Well, maybe not. Thought we were about to come back into action. But maybe not. Maybe not. I thought we were. Oh, well. I guess it is what it is. Frankel's in the goal. She's ready. Everyone else is ready except the referee. All right, we're back in action. Canada winning the faceoff. Canada sending it to the far corner, but Wynn is just going to let it go for an icing. So after that, we get a stoppage of play again. 6:27 left to go here in the first. Again, 0-0 is your score. Marie-Philippe Poulin with 3 goals and assist here in the Olympics. 16 shots on goal, plus minus of +2. Poulin in there for the face-off against Heisey. Heisey wins it. This is Wynn. Wynn sending it inside, deflected off the post. Bilka's in the area, but it's going to be downed by DBN. He'll down it for, again, another face-off. So that'll count as another shot. So another face-off ensuing, and 6:20 left to go here in the first. Again, 5 shots apiece. This time, Canada winning the face-off, sending it to the near side. This is Fast. Fast has it deflected, and it's going to be tipped away by the United States. United States, though, giving it up pretty quickly, as Canada will have it in the far corner. This is Shelton. Shelton gives it up, though. This is Murphy. Murphy sends it inside. No one's there. Deflected away by Canada. Canada now racing to the puck, the loose puck in the United States end, but quickly tracked down by the United States. But Canada, of course, not giving up. This is Nurse. Nurse behind the goalie. Sends it behind her, where it's tipped away by the United States, but Canada still with it. Fast sends it inside, deflected away. Murphy now with it in the far corner. She now sends it up the wall, where it's intercepted by Canada. Canada now sending it to the goalie, Frankel, who's just going to go ahead and deflect that in play. This is Win. Win, though, heavy pressure from Canada. A huge collision. Canada with another far side. This is Stacy. Stacy is going to go down. She's actually on her belly now in behind the goalie, as now there's going to be a stoppage of play. Stacy can't believe it. She's like, I had it under control. Don't know if it was it had to be a penalty. That's why I don't know why it would have stopped it there. Regardless, 5:21 left to go here in the first. Again, 0-0 is your score. Canada, 6 shots. United States, 5 shots on goal. Again, feel free to let me know who you think's going to win today. Who's taking home the gold? 72% of you guys with the United States. 28% with Canada. Almost scored on ourselves. Yeah, no, it's not looking good. United States, you know, seen better. But, you know, again, this is a big game. So completely different than just a group stage match, for sure. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, feel free, as always, again, to chat down below. Talk about the game. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as I possibly can. But it looks like we are returning to action again. Just over 5 minutes to go. 0-0 is your score again. This, of course, is for all the marbles. Gold medal match. Again, Canada, historically, looking pretty good in these situations. Though this United States team may be different. Right now, of course, they are not decided by anything. It is a tie game. I think they'll calm down and win 3-2. Hey, a win is a win. Pardon me. Carpenter in for the face-off. Won by Carpenter. Carpenter has it sent to Stecklin. Stecklin going to just send it to the goalie. DBN, who's going to send it out. Deflected away by Knights. Knights almost with an opportunity. This is Turnbull. Turnbull now sending it to the far side, but deflected away by the United States. As looks like Canada is going to send it around. This is Ambrose. Ambrose is tripped. Oh, that's going to be a penalty. And it's going to be tipped away by the United States, but again, another penalty. And, yeah, the United States will once again be down a lady. We'll see who that was. That was Dunn. Joy Dunn, 2 minutes for tripping. That is tough. And again, the Canadians with another opportunity to take the lead. Remember, the Swiss came on strong late against Canada. They did. They did. 2-minute power play. Poulin with the face-off. Won by Poulin. Poulin sends it to Fast. Oh, it's tipped away. This is Skamura. Skamura at the 1-on-1 with the goalie. Oh, but it's tipped away by Fast. Fast again, just too fast, living up to her last name. That would have been pretty cool to see a shorthanded goal. This is Watts. Watts sending it to Fillier. Again, 1:40 left to go on the power play. United States kind of playing a little aggressive here, despite being a man down. They're playing far up the ice. Will it come back to bite them? We'll see. Canada with it on the near side. She sends it to the far corner, connecting there with Poulin, who sends it to the near side. Sends it back to the near circle. This is Fast. Fast sending it to the far side. That's Watts. Poulin with it. Far circle. Sends a shot deflected wide. Oh, my goodness. Just so close. Fast with it. Fast sending it to Watts. Watts again to Poulin. Trying the same thing. Oh, but the United States this time reads it pretty well. 1:05 left to go in the power play. Just under 4 minutes to go in the first period. Again, 0-0 your score. Canada leading in shots, 6-5. Pretty much a back-and-forth game. However, again, Canada has really dominated possession. As Canada sending it to the far corner of the American side, the United States will have it and will try to whack it down. This is Curl. Curl winning it free, crossing center ice, crossing the blue line, cutting inside, sends it inside. Can't see this. His shot is going to be deflected away. I believe that was Barnes with the shot. As here comes, I actually have no idea who that is, but we have Canada racing down, but it's quickly given up. United States with it, Canada with it with 25 seconds left to go. She sends it to the near side of Ambrose. Ambrose sends it inside, deflected away by Frankel. Frankel with another save! 2 saves back to back. Good stuff. Oh my goodness, again, here is Panic. Panic trying to get rid of it. She does. 7 seconds left on the power play. This is going to be another power play kill by the United States as Turnbull taking it down the ice. Again, just under 3 minutes to go. Turnbull at the far circle. Sends it inside, deflected wide. Now sent to the near side. Turnbull again with the high motor. She's going for it. Here's Dunn. Dunn with it. Crossing center ice. Dunn with it again at the near circle. She sends it around. She takes a crunch too. Knight in the area. Knight kind of just gently holding Turnbull against the wall. Poked away though. As the Canadians and Stacey making their way down the ice. Stacey doesn't know where the puck is. United States do. But Canada still somehow with it. Canada racing down the near side. Near circle. Looking around. Sends it inside. And Frankel with the save with 2:15 left to go in the first. Wow, I know. Frankel is playing like $1 million right now. Haven't seen the Kelsey. I mean, I don't know. I don't know much. I mean, I know they were there. Like, I don't know. I kind of am tired of the Kelseys myself. United States with it on the near side. This is Keller. Keller sending it to Bilka. Bilka loses possession as it glides behind the Canadian goalie, DBN. Keller sends it to Edwards on the blue line, sending it to the far circle. Tipped away. Canada now with it as Murphy in on the action. But it's Heisey that claims it. Heisey with it at the blue line. She with a nice little fancy pass to herself. Heisey sends it back to Keller. Keller to Edwards. Back over to Keller. Again, 145. Keller with a shot. That's denied by DBN. Here are the Canadians. Canadians again coming down. This is Nurse. Nurse has it poked away. Keller now with it as she sends it to Edwards. Edwards sends it, and someone lost a stick. I believe that's Canada. Ooh, and a big collision there. It looks like Murphy was sitting on the puck. And Murphy's going to go ahead and exit the ice. Says that there's another stick lost. Edwards now with it on the far side. She's just chilling on the behind her own goalie. Edwards sending it to Keller. Again, 1:10 left to go. Here in the first period, 0-0 is your score. Here's Keller. Keller just kind of circling back now behind her own goalie. Watts there on the pursuit. Minute left to go. Keller going to go ahead and start taking down, going on the ice. Sends it to Edwards. Edwards to the far side. This is Skamura. Skamura couldn't quite locate it. Janicki, though, does, but it's poked away by Watts. Watts now sending it to the near side as Sheldon takes a collision. This is Poulin. Poulin sends it to the far side, connecting with Larac. Larac sends it up to Watts. Watts sending it up to Fillier, but it's poked away by the United States. 33 seconds left. This is Curl. Curl crossing the blue line. And now at the near circle. Oh, and she's tripped. But no call as of now. Not sure if it's a delayed call or not. Stecklin with the blue line. Yes, it is a delayed penalty. Back over to Stecklin. Stecklin back over to Barnes. Barnes sends a shot deflected away. The Stecklin with an opportunity, but they whistle it dead as Canada did indeed touch the puck with 14 seconds left to go in the first. Looks like we will see I believe that's... I'm going to try to look at Shelton. Okay, they showed the name. I was going to try to name the player, the Canadian player, without looking at the roster, but we're getting there with Canada. United States like 90% down. Canada, about 50% of the players are down. So she will head to the sin bin for tripping with 14 seconds left to go. Of course, again, this will carry over to the second period. So 14 seconds left until this period ends. Again, 0-0 your score. Canada with 8 shots on goal. United States with 6. Carpenter in for the face-off. She'll be going up against O'Neal as United States winning the face-off, but the referee's going to call it back as someone moved too early. Carpenter and O'Neal once again for the rematch, and this time it's going to be, well, O'Neal's just kind of chilling on it. O'Neal just laying down on the puck. I mean, that's a good idea, I guess. Far circle, sends a shot, oh, just wide. 2 seconds left, and that's going to take us to the end of the first period. 0-0 is your score, folks. That is the roster that I'm using. Let's see here. Again, here are the stats for those of you guys that love looking at the numbers. I'll make myself a little bit smaller. Again, shots on goal. Canada 8, United States 6, and of course inverse that for the saves, and that's how it is. So yeah, that is pretty much it. Nothing really to write home about so far. As again, we're just kind of waiting for this scoreless draw to end. So yeah, we're in intermission. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Feel free, of course, to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. Again, talk about the game. Talk about football. Talk about baseball. Whatever you guys want to talk about for the most part. I will, of course, be okay with it unless you spam. You know, like we found out earlier. Again, the one time I take it off slow mode, like we get a spammer. Isn't that insane? Isn't that insane? I guess slow-mo's been working. I guess that's what that means. So that's a reminder to put it back on. Though you guys have been pretty chill for the most part. But I have trust issues, so we're just going to go do it anyway. All right. But again, feel free, again, to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. Again, I try to interact with the chat as often as I can. Again, thank you guys for listening in. Thank you guys. Again, I see we got some subs, so appreciate you guys. That's awesome. That is pretty awesome. Again, if you do like sports, folks, this is a great spot for you, as this is year number 2, beginning year number 2, essentially, on YouTube. This is month number 12, but we're just going to go ahead and say the Super Bowl was the end of year 1. Despite that being like month number 11. But anyway, but yeah, appreciate you guys again. We are definitely a growing channel here on the Dr. Delay Network. Again, if you like football, baseball, that is pretty much mainly what I cover. But of course, again, as you see, again, getting into hockey. Hockey, of course, really, I'm really enjoying it. And of course, we're doing a little bit of college basketball as well. Covered some college basketball the last few nights. Not going to do anything tonight. Might come back for tomorrow. Unsure, though. But again, we'll be doing that again, getting ready for March Madness. That'll be pretty fun. So, but yeah, appreciate you guys again for hanging out. Again, 0-0 is your score. But yeah, no, I don't know nothing about the Kelseys. Again, I know they're always... I don't know. I get a little annoyed when people are just kind of constantly showed on my screen. Oh, there's the Kelseys. Oh, there's Travis. Oh, there's Jason. I don't know. I never really liked Travis at any point. And I think the more Jason talked, the more I realized that, yeah, okay, I don't like him either. That's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it. But maybe I'm just a hater. That's how some people will say. USA, hey, appreciate you, Mysterious. Good to see you, man. Appreciate you for tuning in. Who's quarterback for Pitt next year? Yeah, I don't know. If you're talking about the college, which Pitt would be the college there, but Pittsburgh Steelers, which I'm assuming you're mentioning or referring to, I think it's going to be Rodgers. I think Rodgers is going to come back for one more year, and I personally am fine with that. Rodgers really isn't washed. I mean, again, he's washed compared to his MVP form, but he's honestly not bad. You know, and again, I know the long-time viewers get tired of me repeating, but again, when you're throwing to Scotty Miller, Adam Thielen, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, Roman Wilson, you know, Pat Freiermuth, Jonnu Smith, I mean, again, not really much speed, not really many, like, crazy great players. Again, there's really no weapons. Again, DK is his biggest weapon, and again, he drops the most random passes in the world. It's insane. He has stone hands, and that's when he's not punching fans. So... I don't know. I think if we just kind of give him some weapons, he'll be fine. I think he would do well. But I don't know. We'll see. But I'm hopeful that he comes back for another year. But again, ideally, we're able to draft somebody and, make it happen, next year or something like that. Wash like last week's laundry. No. No, a lot of people think that. No, I don't think. I disagree. Again, I just don't think he had a lot of weapons. I don't think he had the opportunity to really, and when he did have time, again, the O-line is okay. It's hit and miss. But even when he did have time, there's no one coming free. No one's open. It's so frustrating. Again, like the receivers I mentioned, they're not exactly getting open. He had Pickens. Yeah, I mean, again, Rodgers didn't. Rodgers would have loved Pickens. I think Rodgers to Pickens would have been great because Rodgers would have trusted Pickens, in those contested catches. Because Pickens has such a wide radius, where you just throw it in his direction, and he's gonna, make a good effort to make the catch. But, the Steelers felt like they had to get rid of him again. He was kind of a issue, and I don't blame him. Again, the offense. And, for Pittsburgh was really stagnant. But I do think Pickens would have really went off this year. Again, he did go off in Dallas, but I think he would have had a good year, fun time in Pittsburgh. Because I think Rodgers would have really, targeted him probably about 10 times a game, honestly. I really do. But we have DK, so it's... Again, he's an athletic freak, but I don't know if he's really the best receiver in the world. I don't know. I think he's really I think he's a wide receiver too, to be honest with you. I do. Dak and CD level. Oh yeah, no, trust me, I know. I know. The Cowboys offense was pretty solid. I covered some of their games. Again, I don't know if you're a football fan. Well, I mean, yeah, you probably are. Again, everyone. Again, I covered everybody at least once this year. It's not just a Steelers channel. I do cover every Steeler game, but again, I'm covering at least 3 games every Sunday whenever that did happen. I cover the Steelers window, then the opposite window, then the primetime Sunday night game, and, of course, Monday night, Thursday night football. But yeah, no, I saw the Cowboys. The Cowboys were really fun to watch. They are actually, very impressive. Was I kind of pulling against the Cowboys? Yeah, kind of. But, they were still fun to watch, and, yeah, they definitely have a great offense for sure. Schottenheimer might actually be a pretty decent coach after all. I mean, I didn't think it was going to be a good hire. I thought he was going to be a Jerry Jones yes man, but no, he actually not too bad. Not too bad. The Cowboys weren't too bad. Just got to fix the defense. But the problem is, all the money's tied up, in just a few players, and I think that's going to be a problem. I don't know how they're going to really attack that. Their salary cap issue. I think Dak again is overpaid, and he had a good year, but I don't know. Do you really trust Dak? Is he really worth $60 million to your cap? I don't think so. It seems like he just kind of, in the big moments, he kind of plays his worst, and that's frustrating. If you're a Cowboys fan, that's really frustrating. You love the boys, yeah. No, I live in Texas, so definitely am used to a lot of Cowboy fans, and that's kind of what kind of grew my dislike for the Cowboys. I was born in Pennsylvania. When I was a kid, we moved here to Texas and surrounded by Cowboy fans. How about them Cowboys? How about them Cowboys? Oh, my gosh, dude. Hearing that almost every day at school or just even at work. Oh, my gosh. Frustrating. So, but yeah, no, it's all good, though. It's all fun. But, yeah, we'll see how the Cowboys do. I think they could take a step. Again, just got to... I mean, if the defense is just average, I think you guys are a playoff team. But... again, we still got to see what they do with all the cap. The cap situation not looking good for Dallas. But that's really... let me actually look at that. I want to see. We got plenty of time here. Lived in Corpus Christi. I actually used to live down there. Kingsville. I lived in Kingsville for 4 years. That's when we moved from Pennsylvania. We first moved to Kingsville, Texas. So, yeah, that's like 45 minutes away. That's pretty cool. So we may have been... in the same place, just never knew about it. 2020. Let's just look at NFL cap. Goes USA women. Yeah, no, Clay, they're hanging in there again. The Canadians are looking good. Canada is not too shabby. They really aren't doing too bad. Go ahead and put this up there. That way people don't think I'm just clickbaiting. Family and Christy. Ah, gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, no. Corpus is great. Let's see. Dallas. Yeah, so that's the problem right now. Jeez, Dallas is minus 31 in the red. That is, oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know. Jerry is just not it. That's the problem. I mean, really, it's Jerry. To be honest, I'd do a better job as GM, but he's never going to hire me. You know, not that I like the Cowboys or anything, but I'm just saying, you're paying me some money. I will definitely make your team really good. And he's just made a lot of head-scratching moves. In Oregon, gotcha. How much time on the clock? Right now, again, we're in intermission. They don't have a time up for me. If I had to guess, based on how much time has went by, probably about 7 minutes left until the second period. But yeah, we're still in intermission. Still in intermission. But yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how they do next year. But I'm just ready. I'm a football guy. I'm just ready for football. But that's a long time from now. Super Bowl literally just ended. Unfortunate. But anyway, boys are fine cap-wise. I don't know. Again, they're already 31 in the red. 31 million over the cap. That is not ideal. Canada. You think Canada's going to take it? I mean, Canada looks good right now. Canada is, if this were my first time watching either team, blindfolded, neutral fan, I'd say, yeah, Canada looks like they're the better team right now. But, again, still got 2 periods to go. Of course, we know the U.S. women are definitely capable of much more. But, yeah, I mean, you got to be a little bit nervous if you're pulling for the U.S. Again, I am. I'm obviously pulling for the U.S., but, best team. May the best team win, of course. But, yeah, no, Canada's looking really good. I would say they are the better team at the moment. Reconstruct DAC and CD. I mean, yeah, but you can only do that so many times. You just keep pushing that down the road. I think that's the problem, is that they've done that so many times. It feels like they're doing that every year. Then they just kick the can down the road. Eventually, you're going to pay again. That's what the Saints have been. Yeah, that's what they've been dealing with it for years. They're finally now just coming out of it, I think. I think they're just finally now okay with it. No, they're not. They're actually still bad. They're 41 in the... Oh, gosh, 41. They have 90 million in dead cap. That is insane. Or maybe it's next year that they should be fine. I don't know. Yeah, next year they're fine. Oh, wow. But they're going to have to figure out 90 million in the dead cap. Maybe, again, they have got to keep pushing it down the road. I don't know how the Eagles keep making it happen. Crazy stuff. Again, we're still in intermission. Again, 0-0 is your score. United States and Canada. The winner, of course, gets a gold. The loser gets a silver. Not too shabby, of course. Salary cap goes up. Yeah, but it's not, not by a lot. Like 20 million, 25 million. I mean, it's a lot, but like not too crazy. Not too crazy. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what Dallas can do. See what they can do. Again, they got the Eagles, of course. The Giants might take a step forward. The Commies, they should take a step forward, go back to kind of what they, at least a wild card spot, potentially. We'll see. Going to be interesting. I don't think the Cowboys... I didn't mean to hit my hand there. I don't think the Cowboys were 1-1 when I called the game. No, that is not accurate. Cowboys were 2-2 when I called the game for them. Where are my Broncos on your cap list? Finally got the Wilson. Yeah, we'll have this talk again. I bet we will. Again, appreciate you, man. Look forward to seeing you for football season. Let's see here again while we got time again. Broncos, looks like they have 26. They're 26 million in the green right now. They have only 1 million in dead. Wow, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. well, yeah, maybe the Broncos can make some stuff happen. Again, obviously they'll probably clear up even more cap space with all the, if there's anybody you guys are going to cut or anything like that. But yeah, I'd say the Broncos are in a good spot. Titans should be a good spot. Titans, I mean, the Chargers, you think ideally would take a step forward next year with all the cap space, but I don't know. I think they always just fail in the wild card round. Yeah, the Broncos, that was tough. Broncos, yeah, that was unfortunate. Bo Nix plays that game. I mean, they might be the ones that go to the Super Bowl. Not saying they'd win, but, I think they would have. I don't know. Patriots defense is also really good, but they just couldn't really make anything. That was tough. That was just a tough game to watch with Seattle, New England. That was tough. But, yeah, interesting. I have some Broncos friends. I don't know why. They're both, ironically, so they were both Peyton Manning fans, and then they went to the Broncos because Peyton Manning went to the Broncos, and they just stuck with the Broncos. But, yeah, they were pretty upset. They were really upset how their season ended. And I still think, again, I don't know, you might hate me for this. I think he injured himself in the locker room. There's no way. He did not look like he was hurt on the field. I don't buy that. I think he injured himself celebrating. I really do. I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. When will the game resume? I have no idea. Probably less than 5 minutes. I would say probably 3 minutes. Maybe even 2. I don't know. Kind of killed enough time here. And appreciate you guys for tuning in. Looks like we're actually about to do it. So about a minute left. A minute or so. About 2 minutes. Okay, minute 40. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Kind of just hanging out before the second period starts, but I will, of course, put that up. Get us ready for it. Got about a minute 15 left to go. Again, feel free to like and subscribe. Helps out the channel, of course. Again, this is a small channel, but it's growing. Again, just started doing this last year. Mostly a football, baseball guy, but again, we're in the off season, so we're covering what we can. Again, the Olympics, of course. Again, some hockey. Again, it's really going to be Penguins hockey, but maybe your team plays the Penguins. And then baseball, we'll be doing a bunch of baseball. Again, mostly Pirates, but we do bounce around in baseball. Again, football as well. We just do the Steelers, but again, I covered every team at least once last year. For some reason, I ended up covering the Seahawks like 8 times. It's crazy stuff. Some teams it's random. It's random, but it was pretty fun. But again, 8 shots on goal for Canada, 6 shots on goal for the United States. And in my opinion, Canada really won the first period. Again, they were playing fast. They were playing aggressive. So we'll see what type of game plan the United States can do to combat this really aggressive Canadian team that, again, just played really fast. And we're pressuring these ladies that have normally, again, looked really composed for the most part, through this tournament. All right, looks like Carpenter's heading to center ice. And again, we are back and ready for some action. USA going to go left to right. Canada right to left. Carpenter versus O'Neill to face off. O'Neill looks like she wins it, but now the United States poking around as Keller has it in her own end. And again, they still have a power play. 1:40 left to go on the power play. Again, a tripping penalty at the end. Giving the U.S. a power play. Here's Edwards crossing center ice, and it's going to be poked back. Keller now with it in her own end, sending it to Carpenter. Carpenter to Edwards. Edwards playing up, but it's going to be Fast that is able to get there. Stacy with it, sending it to the near corner as it's flicked ahead by O'Neill. United States, though, recovering. Keller to Edwards. Edwards at the far circle. Sends a shot inside, deflected away. Carpenter with another shot. Oh, my goodness. Just across. This is Bilka. Bilka losing possession, though, is Fast for Canada. Sends it to the far side. Now Stacy with an opportunity. Stacy and O'Neill. Stacy and O'Neill to Keller. Oh, to O'Neill. 1-0 with the goalie. Goal! Unbelievable! A short-handed goal by Canada. 2-on-1. Edwards didn't know where the puck was. Unbelievable. And Canada has scored the first goal. The United States hasn't allowed a goal since the first round. Canada finding the net. Unbelievable stuff again. Kristen O'Neill with the goal, assisted by Renata Fast and Laura Stacy. Again, a 2-on-1. Keller can only do so much. Edwards again trailing in pursuit, but just couldn't locate the puck initially. Face-off won by the United States. That's got to be a killer. Again, a short-handed goal. As Harvey now skating behind her own net. She takes a bump from Canada, sending it to the Canadian end. They're just going to send it back to the far corner. Frankel's going to come out and hand it off. This is Harvey down the near side. She's at the near circle. She sends it back. Heisey with it again, crossing center ice. And no, she's tripped. But they're not going to say there's a penalty. This is Janicki in the far corner. As Murphy within the far circle. She's looking around. Murphy sends it inside, deflected away by Canada. O'Neill trying to get it out of there, and she kind of does. But now, of course, Harvey reclaiming it. Harvey. Oh, and Hillary Knight didn't know where it was. United States kind of lost on the ice for the moment, sending it to the near corner. Here's DBN, sending it to the far side, and now there's going to be a penalty with 1 second left on the power play. Oh, man, that's a pretty cool shot. Pretty good shot. And Frankel is as good as they come, but man. Again, 1 second on the power play, 18-15 left to go here in the second period. Again, we're just starting it. Canada, of course, opening up with a short-handed goal. Face-off won by Canada. And, of course, again, that is a successful power play kill for the Canadians as they send it to the ice. But Barnes sending it to the far corner. Zumwinkle in the area. And now there's going to be a penalty. Or maybe not. Or maybe it's an offside. I think it was an offside. Don't think it's a penalty. Yeah, I think it's going to be an offside there on the United States. Hey, Dr. Guys, going banking. Yeah, not looking good. Not looking good. Let's go, Team USA. Clay, it's looking rough. Canada they've come to play. Here is, I believe that's Shelton. Shelton sending around, connecting on the far side. Canada losing possession, though, for the moment. Here's Barnes. Barnes to Zumwinkle. Zumwinkle down the near side. Crossing center ice, but it's poked away by Canada as it glides into the near corner. Here is Fast for Canada, sending it to Shelton. Shelton taking a bump as United States with it. This is Barnes at the blue line, sending it around to the near corner, letting it go to the far side. Zumwinkle with a shot. Zumwinkle with another shot, but it's going to be down by DBN with 17:34 left to go in the second. Zumwinkle trying to even the score. And they're showing the 2-on-1 goal here. That was just unfortunate. Like I say, they play tough in the middle round. Yep. You are correct. Canada just bringing it to the United States right now. Again, Canada looks faster. They look tougher. Canada winning the face-off. This is Thompson behind the goalie. Thompson sends it, and it's going to be intercepted by Keller. Keller sending it to the far corner, but it's tapped away by Canada. But Keller regaining it back as she glides into her own end, sending it to Edwards, and back over to the far corner to Keller. Edwards just sending it to the far corner, really. Again, I don't know. It seems like they're going through the motions. That's what's so frustrating here for Team USA. Skamura sending it to the far corner, and no one's really there. Is that sent out of play with 17:03? It looks like Stacy talking some noise here. Stacy and the Americans getting involved. Stacy's mom. Man, that is not ideal. Again, 9 shots apiece for each team. 17:03 left to go in the second. Another face-off ensuing, this time, of course, on the Canadian side. Going to be whacked away by the Canadian. Stacy with it. Sends it to Turnbull. Now sending it to the near side. This is Clark. Clark sending it to the far side. Shot's going to be a little bit behind Frankel. This is, I believe, Wynn. Wynn now sending it to Harvey. Harvey getting rid of it. Sending it up the ice. Trying to connect with Knight, but Knight unable to get there. Now she does, as she just flicks it ahead. But Fast is there for Canada. Canada regaining it as Knight just flicks it ahead to the far corner. Trying to get involved is done, but taken away by Canada. Canada now flicking it ahead as the United States now with it in their own end, circling the goal. And she sends it to the near side. Carpenter couldn't quite get it. Canada with an opportunity. Pauline flicks it to the far circle, but it's poked away. Pardon me, by the United States. This is Clark. Clark guarded by Carpenter. Clark sending it to Fillier. Fillier sends a shot inside. It's deflected off. Oh, my goodness. A lot of opportunities for Canada. Canada with it now at center ice. Sends it to the near side. This is Fillier, but she loses possession. And we'll see who claims it. This is, I believe, Wynn. This is Wynn. Wynn looking around, and she has it deflected away by Thompson. Thompson just whacks it to the far corner of the United States end. This is Harvey. Harvey just chilling behind her own goal. He sends it up, but the pass cannot connect. As Thompson there with Canada going to try to flick it away. Oh, Murphy with the interception. Murphy, center ice, passes to the far side, and it's deflected away. Unbelievable. Bilko with an opportunity to tie it up, but a great save by DBN, keeping this a Canadian lead. 10 shots apiece now again for each team, but again, you got to feel really good if you're Canada whenever the USA does get an opportunity. Oh, no, that wasn't a save at all. That was just was that deflected or was that just a flat-out miss? USA winning the face-off. This is Barnes on the near side, sending it around, connecting on the far corner. Far corner there with Janicki. Janicki sends it to Skamura. Skamura just sending it around the Canadian goalie. As Canada with it on the near side. A lot of pushing and shoving there in the near corner as they battle it for the puck. Taken there by Thompson. Trying to get it loose. And there it is. Canada with it now on the near side. This is Matthias. Matthias sending it to the middle. An opportunity there. Far circle. It's poked away by Frankel out of play. And again, some pushing and shoving. A lot of pushing there at the end. Matthias trying to, or pardon me, not Malthias. Not Matthias. Malthias. Regardless, pushing and shoving at the end. 14:48 left to go. In the second period, again, 1-0 is your score. Canada leading. Are we sure the men's team didn't rub off on this team? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they got overconfident. It's possible the United States may have just taken them lightly. Again, winning 5-0. Through just, maybe just threw everybody off. Canada fans are extremely proud. They are loud and proud. They are, I don't know, it's very deafening in the arena. My left ear kind of hurts. Here's Zumwinkle winning the faceoff. Zumwinkle down the near side, sends it across the goal, but it's going to be too far. Zumwinkle now with it behind the goal to the far corner. Sending it now to Keller. Keller didn't know where it went. Oh, the Canada with it again. Canada, the blue line. Far circle. Sends it behind the goal. No one's there. Connecting on the near side is Canada. As now it's going to be whacked away by Edwards. Edwards trying to get it loose, but O'Neill wins it. O'Neill sending it to Keller. So an interception by Keller. Keller sends it up the wall, where Zumwinkle's just going to go ahead and let it go. This is Thompson for Canada. Canada with it down the near side. O'Neill. O'Neill sending it around. Connecting on the far side is Keller. Keller has it bumped away, though. O'Neill with it again. Shot is going to be deflected away. This is Hillary Knight in the far corner of their own end. Here come the United States as she gives it up. This is Shelton. Shelton sends it up. Going to be with... oh, my goodness, can't think. Anyway, here we go. Far side, Canada. Canada now sending it behind the goal as Stacy takes a bump. Keller now with it on the far side. She's trying to find somebody, but poked away by Canada. Again, Canada is rushing everything. Watts now with it in the far corner. Sending it to Fast. Fast loses the control. This is Knight. Knight sending it to the near side where it's poked away by Dunn. Dunn and Fast. Fast sends it to Knight. That's not a good pass for Canada, but the United States can't take advantage as Canada now is going to have it as they settle down. Canada now sending it to the near side, deflected away by the United States. Pauline trying to muscle her way to the puck, but Canada with it regardless. Dunn flicks it up ahead, taken away by Fast. Again, they just have it on the near side, near corner. This is Heisey. Heisey connecting on the far corner. See here, can't quite see. Now it's going to be back behind the near corner as Murphy sends it to Wynn. Wynn to Harvey. Harvey far circle. And going to be blown up. Man, big hit. And another big hit by the United States. United States wanting it back in the far blue line. Murphy with it, far circle, sending it to Wynn on the near circle, sending it to the blue line. Harvey with the shot, deflected away. Shot is deflected again. Oh, my goodness, an opportunity. Harvey with it on the far circle. She's getting around, sends it inside, intercepted. Intercepted by Canada, but then intercepted by the United States. As this is Wynn on the near circle. She sends it behind the goalie, sends it inside. No one's there. The United States going to have to start over in their own end. This is Harvey. Harvey sending it to the near corner. This is curling inside, but it's taken away by Canada. Canada now with it. This is Nurse. Nurse with it. Near circle. Cutting inside. Puck is just wide open, and then it's going to be downed right in front of the line with 11:55 to go in the second period. Man, Canada has come to play today. Again, the difference of this game is Kristen O'Neill, again assisted by Renetta Fast and Laura Stacey. 1-0 Canada leading with 11:55 to go in the second period. Long way to go, I know, Charles, not looking good. United States again with their backs against the wall as Canada again have just... You know, they've really, again, I can't say it enough. They've come to play. They are looking really good. They're looking really good. But again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Feel free, of course, to chat down below. Again, of course, I can't really get to the chat as often as I'd like to during a, hockey. Hockey, of course, as you know, is a very fast-paced game. Same thing with college basketball, but yeah, again, I try to. Again, of course, during commercials or whatnot, definitely can. But again, appreciate you guys just hanging out. You talk about the game, talk about whatever you like. And I try to get to the comments. And again, if you do like what you listen to, make sure again to like and subscribe. I promise it is free. I won't charge you a dime. I promise. No payments will be happening. No payments will be happening. Canadians look more sharp and crisp. Yeah, Deacon, they do. I mean, I don't know. Again, I don't know if the United States just kind of taking it easy, or, they expected a different type of game or whatnot. I mean, they got big-headed, but they just, again, Canada looks like they want it. Canada clearly coming in with a chip on their shoulder. Face-off about to happen in front of the United States goalie. Won by Canada. Canada with it. This is Ambrose. Sends it inside, deflected away, just inches away from the post. Canada with another interception. But now the United States with it. This is Zumwinkle. Zumwinkle down the near side. She gets kind of bumped a little bit. That's going to be an icing with 11:39 to go. Sloppy. It'd be better if you said Canada passes Canada, shot by Canada. I actually used to do that, Miguel, but people actually prefer the names. But I got you. I'll try to... I'll find a happy medium there, Miguel. Appreciate you, though. We are going to be fine. Franco only allowed 2 goals the whole tournament. I know, but if we can't score, then it doesn't matter. Kyle Pitts is okay. All right, chill out, Seth. Good to see you, though, Seth, regardless. All right, face-off won by the United States. This is Barnes. Barnes now with it on the far circle. Barnes crossing the blue line, sends it to the far side. This is Zumwinkle. Zumwinkle's tripped up. United States still with it, though. She sends it to the near corner. Canada now with it, but giving up. Canada with it again. O'Neill sending it to, well, now it's being whacked away in the corner. United States now winning it back. This is Stecklin. Stecklin sending it to Dunn. Dunn, oh, that's Coyne. Pardon me, Coyne is tripped up. As now they're going to be bunched up in the corner, as Canada will pickpocket her and steal it away. But now they do nothing with it as she sends it all the way into the United States corner. And the United States having to do something because Canada was pursuing. United States now with it. Sending it to the near corner. Trying to connect with Knight on the far side. Cannot as Canada wins it. But United States with a shot, a goal! Oh, it deflects wide. Just wide. Canada now with it in the near corner. But the United States trying to win it back. This is Knight. Knight sending it to Dunn. Dunn with an opportunity. Sends it inside. It deflects wide to the near corner. And Thompson with Canada is chilling as it deflects to the far corner. Kind of seeing a little bit more intensity from the United States again. They haven't really done anything. Here's Edwards, sends it inside a little bit wide. Done with another shot. That's going to be denied. Apparently that was Coin, not Dunn. Or was that Coin? I don't even know. Probably Dunn. Yeah, it was Dunn. All right, Edwards within the near circle. Sends a shot. That's just high. Connecting with Murphy. Oh, Murphy took her eye off the puck. Stacy diving for it. Unbelievable effort by Stacy. As Canada sending it to the near corner. Here is the United States. United States, though, losing possession. That is fast for Canada. As United States winning it back and sending it into Canadian territory. This is Larocque. Larocque has it taken away. But, of course, fast for Canada with it. Canada with it. And down the near side. This is Poulin. Poulin near circle. Poulin near circle. Sends it inside. No one is there. Could not connect. Larocque there. Sends it to the far side. This is Watts. Watts, though, taken away by Harvey. United States now with it. This is Wynn. Wynn now going to give it up as it glides into the Canadian end. Far side. Sends it to the near side. As this is Nurse now given up as Harvey racing and getting it. This is, I believe this is Skamura down the near side. Skamura racing down, crossing center ice, crossing the near circle, sends a shot inside, deflected wide. This is Harvey. Harvey with it, gliding around to the far circle, sends it inside. Shot is deflected and saved by DBN. Here's Harvey again, near circle. Harvey just hustling for the loose puck, sends a shot, and that's snared. Caught right above Curl's head with 8:42 left to go in the second period. Kyle Pitts. Again, the trade deadline hasn't even happened yet. You don't really have to say Canada when you say passes since they're the only ones that get along. You really have to say Canada when you say passes. When they are the only ones that get along. I guess I'm not following. My bad. Again, Seth, yeah, I mean, the trade deadline has not happened. Come on, USA. Well, Canada wants it. I mean, they are really playing well. They are playing well. I mean, you really can't. I mean, I don't know. Again, United States they just are not. I mean, they're showing a little bit more pep in their step here. But for the most part, Canada is hustling to the puck. They're just out hustling the United States, and it's showing. Lane Johnson, yeah. The false start king that they never call false starts on. All right, we're back here again. 1-0 Canada leading over the United States. With 8:42 left to go. Again, shots on goal. United States with 14. 11 for Canada. This is, man. Doing fine. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you, Charles. Let's go USA. Yep. Yeah, no, I saw Mike Wagner. He passed away last night. That's horrible. He was, 74? Mike Wagner. He's a Steelers legend. Ode to Son Goku, yep. Like Jackie Robinson. Again, appreciate you guys for liking. Again, make sure to like and subscribe. Helps out small channels like mine, folks. All right, here is Thompson for Canada winning the face-off. Thompson, though, slips and slides, but taken back by Canada. But now it's going to be whistled dead. Looks like Canada was offside. Stacy offside there for Team Canada. Again, 8:35 left to go here in the second. Another face-off ensuing. Carpenter in on the face-off. But the Canadians are the ones that win it. Sending it around. Franco couldn't quite get there in time as it glides, and it's intercepted by Clark. Clark of Canada. Carpenter now with it as she sends it to Edwards. Edwards now racing down the near side, sending it to the far side. Connecting with Carpenter. No, that's Janicki. Janicki with it in the corner. Knight trying to get it loose as Canada just gatekeeping the puck. They are not letting it loose. It's still in the corner. Now it's going to be poked loose by the Americans. Wish I could see the game. They're not showing the game. Now they are. United States now within the far side. Sending it to the middle. Janicki with an opportunity. Janicki sends it inside. Edwards is there. Sends a shot just wide. United States sees the puck glide into their own end. And they'll have to, of course, start it over. Edwards now with it on the near circle. Edwards sending it to the near wall. Going to deflect into, I believe this is Coyne. Sends it inside. Going to be no one there. O'Neill now for Canada. Now the United States taking it back, but Canada winning it back in the end. Here's Watts. Watts for Canada. She's moving, and it's a little too strong on the pass. O'Neill did touch it, but couldn't quite secure it. Here are the United States. United States coming up. Here is Haley Wynn sending it down to the near side. Now, of course, it connects on the far side. Oh, big collision there. That is done. Done with the hit. Zumwinkle with the puck. Zumwinkle losing control. Zumwinkle back with the puck, but then loses it again. Canada with it behind her own goalie. She sends it to the far side, connecting on a pass to Harvey. Harvey with the interception. Harvey, though, losing the puck, sending it right back. Here's Watts for Canada on the near circle. She cuts. She's cutting, looking, and it's taken back by the United States. As here's Murphy. Murphy trying to do everything herself if she can, but Canada holding her up against the boards as the puck collides into the United States end. Here is Harvey. Harvey with it again. 6:30 left to go in the second. 1-0 Canada leading over the United States. This is Heisey down the near side, sending it around, and it deflects off the referee. Here is Barnes, far circle. Far circle, skating around, gliding around, sends it. No one knows where it is. This is Curl. Curl sends a shot. It's going to be denied. Oh, my goodness, an open opportunity, but she shot it over the post. Wide open net for a brief second. She shot it over another shot. That's going to go deflected wide. Deflected to the near corner. Heisey couldn't quite secure it. Here come Canada. Canada there, sending it to the near corner, but the United States going to shut it down. This is Stecklin. Stecklin with it on the far circle. Crossing the blue line, now crossing center ice. Stecklin still with it as she sends it to the far side, but they're going to say it's an offsides by the United States. 5:47 left to go here in the second period. Canada leading 1-0. Another opportunity. Curl just couldn't. Oh, man, again, it deflected off DBN, was right in front of the goal, but Curl just couldn't curl it in. 15 shots by the United States on goal, 12 for Canada. Like network, oh, 76. Okay. I thought it was 74. Yeah, no, that's really sad. I don't know. I used to watch a lot of the Steelers history stuff, and he was like always one of the frequent guys they would interview, and he always gave like great insight on the team. Seemed like a really great guy. It's just really sad. It's really sad. I know my dad grew up probably watching him too, again in the 70s, and I don't know if he played in the early 80s or not, but yep. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. You met him in 2003. Wow. Yeah, that's sad. Can't keep missing these high-quality opportunities. They had an opportunity. They really did. Right in front of the goal. Again, DBN was beats. And yet they couldn't take advantage. Again, that would have probably eased the United States a little bit. Again, you can kind of see they're, again, picking up their pace, but they're kind of panicking a little bit. So a little bit of a little tough there. Appreciate what you do. The only way for me to follow along at work today. Greetings from Southeast Michigan. Appreciate you, Miguel. Appreciate you, man, for tuning in. Broadcasting from East Texas. All right, here is Canada. Canada winning the faceoff as he sends it to the far side. Here is Frankel sending it to Edwards down to the near side. Going to be intercepted by Canada, and that shot is saved by Frankel. I believe that was Shelton with the shot from way downtown. The Steeler book I gave you as autograph. Ah, I know where that is. Maybe during intermission I go get it. That'd be pretty cool. All right, again, 5:35 left to go here. Face-off about to, well, maybe not. Referee looking behind, telling Stacy, you better stay out of the circle. Looks like they're creeping in anyway. That's crazy. It's like a free kick in soccer. It's like, oh, here's the line, and they still step over it anyway. All right, face-off going to be won by the Americans. Edwards now circling it and sending it to the near side. Intercepted, though, by Shelton. Shelton just sending another shot from downtown. Frankel gloves it and hands it off to Edwards on the near side. Near wall, sending it up the wall. Zumwinkle couldn't quite hold on to it as Stacy sends it up. And Poulin on the chase. Here is Keller. Keller does win it. Keller sending it to Edwards. Down the near circle. Cutting inside. Showing off her moves. Making two Canadians miss, but the pass can't connect, as that's going to be an icing with 5:05 left to go in the second. Unbelievable. Let's see here. Man. All right, another face-off here happening in front of the United States. Won by Canada. Canada with the shot. It's going to be deflected away by Frankel. Canada with it again, though. She's skating around. Sends it inside. Deflected away by Frankel, who had to leave her feet to make the save. Unbelievable. Canada with it on the near side, near corner. This is Fillier. Fillier looking around. She's skating around. Sends it to the near side. This is Thompson. Thompson to the far side. Sending it behind the goalie. And this is Watts. Watts sends it back behind. Oh, and it gets in between Thompson's legs as the puck collides into the Canadian half, but Coyne going to give up the pursuit as she heads out for a line change. Line change for the United States. Nurse now with it on the near side, deflected back into the Canadian end, as that's going to be an icing with 4:22 left to go in the second. 16 shots for each team. Canadians, of course, leading the Americans 1-0. As, again, I believe O'Neill is the difference of this game. Kristen O'Neill, again, assisted by Laura Stacy and Renata Fast. I see the Ms. Funko Pop. Yep. All right, face-off won by Shelton. Shelton sending it inside, deflected away, and saved by Frankel, and some pushing and shoving at the end of that one. Looks like Maltese wanted to get it out of there because she was in by the goalie. Up to like 50. Hey, we'll take it. There we go. Moving up. It's not too shabby. Apparently there was a loose stick on the ice. All right, 4:17 left to go here in the second. Another face-off. Nurse will take on Carpenter. Carpenter pretty much the de facto face-off for the face-off player for the United States. Puck is going to be won by, well, they're still whacking it around. There is the United States. This is Wynn. Wynn on the near side. She's being held up against the wall. As Harvey trying to jar it loose, she does. This is Knight. Knight down the near side, but she gives it up. And Shelton just sends it to Narnia. Way out of play. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. 4:01 left to go here in the second. Another face-off ensuing. Let's go, USA. Appreciate you, Kelly, again. We'll see. I'm hopeful, but man, definitely a little bit nervous. A little bit nervous. All right, face-off there happening. United States winning it, sending it to the far side as she connects on the near side. This is Shelton. Shelton takes a big hit from Knight. Knight sending it inside. Shot is going to be a little bit wide. Knight with it again behind the goal. Knight looking around, deflecting it to the near side. This is Dunn. Dunn trying to poke it free, but the Canadians poke it free. Canada with it fast. Gatekeeping the puck. Dunn and Harvey trying to poke it free. Dunn does win it, but now Dunn's being held as she pokes a loose spot. It's headed straight to Stacy, but intercepted by the United States. This is Harvey. Harvey, far side, making Stacy miss. Cutting inside. No one's there except Canada. Stacy now taking it down. It's a one-on-one. One-on-one with the defender. United States trying to get there. Passes a little bit wide. Sending it back, Stacy now with it, and it's taken back by the United States, who flicks it ahead, crossing center ice. This is, I believe, Bilka. Bilka near circle. Bilka is contacted and cannot get free. 3:16 and counting here in the second again. 1-0 Canada leading over the United States. Here are the United States bringing it up, and it's poked away by Canada, who sends it to the United States far corner. Here is Wynn. Wynn sending it up, and oh, there's a big hit. Bilka hitting the ice. Canada with it. Canada on the far side. And she takes a big hit. And Heisey doesn't know where the puck is. We've seen that a lot today. The United States players not really knowing where the puck is at times. The United States now with on the far side. Far circle. Sending it to the near side. Intercepted by Thompson for Canada. Canada now moving down the near circle. Thompson circling inside. Saved and downed by Frankel with 2:22 left to go in the second. Oh, Thompson very much threatening on that one. But a good, of course, hand die by the United States goalie Frankel, keeping this a 1-0 game. Thank you so much for doing this, black and yellow, for the red, white, and blue. Oh, yeah. It's looking rough. We're feeling kind of black and blue right now, but yeah. But yeah, Steelers all the way, Pirates all the way, of course, Penguins all the way. All right, won by the United States. Skamura now racing down the near circle, sends it inside, and it's deflected away. DBN again with the nice save. United States trying to get the puck as Sheldon's kind of just gatekeeping it behind their own goalie. Puck now finally gets loose with 2 minutes to go, sending it down to the far side as she sends it up, but it's taken away by Keller. Keller sending it to Edwards. Edwards looking around, sending it to the near corner. Now going all the way around to the far corner. Keller with it again, blue line. Edwards near blue line, sends a shot inside, deflected just wide. Canada trying to poke it loose. United States kind of bringing the pressure. Fast does win it for Canada, but intercepted by Keller. Keller takes a tumble. United States with a shot deflected wide by DBN again. United States with it again, back at Edwards at the point. She sends it across to Wynn. Wynn over there to Curl. Curl, shots denied. Carpenter with it, sends it to Edwards. Edwards looking around to Wynn. Wynn with it at the near circle. Wynn sends it inside, deflected away. Canada sending it the other way. Frankel going to go ahead and hand it off to Knight. Knight with it again. Just over a minute left to go. Here is Harvey. Harvey sending it in the middle. And Belka's shot is deflected away again. This one I don't think hit the goalie, though. Here are the United States. Carpenter. Carpenter with it. Sends it to Belka. Belka's shot is saved by DBN with 47 seconds left to go in the second period. And DBN, it's pretty much a battle of goalies at this point. And DBN so far is winning. Of course, Frankel has had some great saves herself. Unbelievable. Oh my gosh, a pass inside of Curl, and Curl unfortunately was tripped up as soon as the puck got there. Face-off won by Canada. Canada now with it on the far side, taken away by the United States, but then won back by Stacey in Canada. Stacey takes a big crunch, but Canada winning it back as she deflects it all the way to the end of the United States. 30 seconds left to go here in the second period. 1-0 Canada. Canada winning it back, deflected off the leg of Harvey. Canada with it again. Sends it to Thompson. Thompson, shot is wide. This is Barnes. Barnes sends it up, intercepted by Stacey. Stacey sends a shot, and it's going to be down by Frankel with 16 seconds left to go. Unbelievable. A lot of stuff happening here. Stacey's going to hit the bench. She is tired. Stacey's been everywhere. 21 shots on goal for Canada, 20 shots on goal for the United States. Canada now with it on the far side as Panic trying to win a face-off for the United States. Sends a shot inside. Oh, just wide. Canada again with another nice shot. Canada with it, sending it to the far corner, connecting on the near corner. This is Fillier. 5 seconds left. United States just needs to get it out of there. Canada trying to poke it loose. 2 seconds. 1, and that's going to do it. That is the end of the second period. Canada, again, scoring a short-handed goal. And that is the difference. 1-0. Canada leading the United States, the U.S. women, down to the last 20 minutes. Barring, of course, overtime, to try to get this game. Oh, my goodness. All right, again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Feel free, of course, to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. Again, I try to respond to as many comments. Of course, again, we're just chilling now for the next 15 minutes for intermission. But again, appreciate you guys for tuning in for this one. Been a pretty fun one to call. Really fun. And, of course, again, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Helps out the channel a lot. Again, it is free to do so, folks. Like and subscribe. That's all you got to do. Press the button that looks like that. Subscribe. No money. No nothing. No nothing. I promise. No money is exchanged at all. Again, it is completely free. Again, subscribe if you're a sports fan. If you don't subscribe, I just take it that you're probably not a sports fan. I mean, if you say you're a sports fan, you don't subscribe to this rising and up-and-coming channel, then I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing. Again, you're not a sports fan. Man, this thing's a shorthand goal. I know. That was rough to see. Again, Canada, they're hustling. They are hustling to everything. They're hustling to the loose puck. And again, I don't know if the United States, came out big-headed or whatnot. But, they definitely were... They did not look alive. A lot better effort there in the second period, of course. But, yeah, just unbelievable that again, Canada... it's really just, again, looks like they've dominated the game. But, I mean, maybe not on the stat sheet, but yeah, again, seeing a little bit more life there in the second period. Again, second period stats, United States, 14 shots on goal, 13 shots on goal for Canada. Again, of course, Canada with the goal. That is pretty much it. Again, not much of a difference. Not much, statistically not going to look like anything or whatnot. Not much is splitting these teams, but it really does look like Canada has had the possession more. Again, maybe not so much in the second period. But, yeah. Thanks for the updates while I work. Oh, yeah, no problem, Pinky. Appreciate you, man. Where can you get the stats? So, Olympics. The Olympic website. Just go to the schedule and then click on the game. It'll take you there. Let me go ahead and actually give me a sec. I can probably put the link here. So, let me go ahead and... There you go. I don't know. Maybe that click... Hopefully it takes you there. If not, I'm sorry. But that should work. From Vancouver. Okay, gotcha, man. Appreciate you for tuning in. I'm assuming you're pulling for Canada. And again, your ladies looking really good today. They definitely want it. They have definitely... again, like I said, they're hustling to everything. They're physical. I mean, they don't look like they're intimidated. ESPN should have it. I think so. ESPN's kind of wonky. That's why I'm not using them. I know it's kind of been weird lately, last few days or last few weeks. USA. Appreciate you, Denny, for tuning in. Yep, now looking good for the United States. It has been a rough one. Man, I can't believe they're showing again that shorthanded goal. Unbelievable. Again, feel free to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. Again, I try to respond to as many comments as I possibly can. And again, do make sure to like and subscribe. Helps out the channel. It is free to do so. As this channel, again, growing and growing. Again, if you like football, if you like baseball, that is mainly what I cover. But, of course, again, we're in the off-season. So we're covering what we can to try to stay afloat. USA, appreciate you, DJ, for tuning in. Yeah, again, looking pretty rough. Looking pretty rough. Two great teams. It is anybody's game. The U.S. would be delusional to think Canada would play 2 bad games in a row, especially getting shut out like they did last time. Yeah, it's... like I said, I don't know if the United States women, if they did, I mean, again, we'll never really know. No one's going to come out and probably say, yeah, we took them lightly, or maybe if they're foolish enough to say that. I'm not too sure, but... it really looks like they did. It really looks like they came out and were just thinking that they would dominate. I mean, that is just... Yeah, that's what it looks like. That they just they're not respecting their opponent. And Canada's making them pay. Listening to work from Canada. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, Bullets. Again, you got to be really proud of your ladies. They are really working their butts off for this win. But of course, we'll see if the United States can dig deep there for the third period. Would be pretty cool to see for me. Of course, maybe not for you or Pinky or again many of the other Canadians that are listening in. But would be nice to see the United States come back. For me, of course. But yeah, I mean that's really it. Hustle. Canada is out hustling the United States, out physicaling the United States. I don't know if that's a word, but we just made it up. Just checking out some things. Let's see here. Looks like everyone else is doing well. That's good. Everyone else streaming this game doing pretty good as far as who I'm affiliated with. Not really affiliated, but friends with. Friends with as far as never actually talking to each other, but, you know, in the YouTube world. Let's see here. There's a, oh my gosh. A lot of people doing this game right now. Oh my gosh. Man, like I said, appreciate you guys. Again, I know there's a lot of competition out there, and I do appreciate that you guys selected the small channel, letting me call the game for you again. Hopefully, again, I'm doing a decent job. Again, I'm not a hockey expert, never going to pretend to be. I will never lie to you guys. I'll keep it 100%. Definitely learning the game as I call the game, but it's really been enjoyable. Best player, a lot of people say physicality. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Thank you, Charles. Pauline, I believe, is what I've been hearing. Marie and Pauline, I believe. Or is it Poulin? I don't know. But yeah, I think it's Marie. Oh, Marie Phillip. Marie Ann. Marie Phillip. Marie Phillip Pauline. Marie Philippe? Marie Phillip? Marie Phillip? I don't know. I'm trying to... what would be the pronunciation for a French or Canadian? I don't know. Marie Philippe Pauline. I don't know. That's what I'm going with. Physicality. Yeah, like I said, I don't know why I didn't even... can you imagine if Dennis Green had come out and said, "Who knew?" We thought they just sucked instead of... Yeah, I know, right? That would be unbelievable. Who knew? We thought they just... That's great. That would be pretty funny. I think either way, Dennis Green, that would have been a legendary... They are who we thought they were. I don't know. I think your alternative reality there would have been great. Sign up, ladies. You can do this. They can. You're pleasant. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, Torch. Join the commentary. Thank you again, Banking. Appreciate you, man. I know you've been pretty supportive here for the hockey streams. I appreciate it. Again, just trying to give it a shot. We'll see how it goes. It's more chill, in my opinion. Oh, thank you. I don't know how I should take that. I'll take it, though. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Now, I don't know if you're talking about the toxic. Yeah, it's not toxic. I mean, yeah, there's going to be a few toxic people that come in every now and then. And, yeah, I will retort back, depending on how, I don't know. Sometimes I'll just straight up block them if they make it really personal. If they make it personal, then you're done. There's no reason to make things personal. You know. And yeah, some people do take issue with how I call a game. You know, maybe I'm too critical, but again, I'm just calling a game, and you make a bad play, you make a bad play. I don't know. But some people act like I just attacked their dog or kicked their dog or kicked their baby. I'm like, what the heck? Okay, that's not... I mean, I'm just calling a game, folks. I don't know. Seen a lot. Again, just doing this a year, you've seen a lot of interesting people on the internet. It is very interesting indeed. Pleasure watching new viewer. Appreciate you, Clay. Appreciate you, man. Just play Freebird and call it a win. Yeah, so I didn't know what Freebird was, and then I heard it. I'm like, oh, and it's like the song I hear in memes. Yeah, well, I don't know if there'll be any Freebird here because the United States trailing at the moment. That is no bueno. No bueno. As soon as I get an update on the time, I'll be sure to let you guys know. Again, this 15 minutes is always a long 15 minutes. I am expecting, by the way, again, to call U.S. Slovakia tomorrow. That is at 3:10 Eastern. Very possible I do Canada, Finland. That is very, very likely. Again, just a disclaimer for those listening in. Again, haven't really called many of the Canadian men's or U.S. men, believe it or not. So the names I won't really know as much. It's been unfortunate, you know, with the U.S. Like one of the games I had to go away pretty much. I had to help my mom with something, and then the other U.S. game I was sleep deprived. Didn't call a game because I was a zombie. And today, of course, I only got 1 hour of sleep last night, but I just forced myself to do it because this is the gold medal game, of course, and the bronze earlier this morning. Which that ended up being a pretty good game. I don't know if any of you guys were watching it or listening in, but honestly, that turned out to be a really good game. Switzerland and Sweden. That ended up being a really good game in the final. The final, I would say, from third period to overtime. That was really fun. That was a pleasure to call. That was a good game. Low scoring game, but it was a really good one. My first time joining your commentary. Good job. Appreciate it, Greg. Appreciate it. Again, just one last effort there for me. Again, if you guys do enjoy this, then hopefully you'll enjoy, if you're a football fan or baseball, then, you'll definitely love that. Again, many more reps on that, much more knowledge of the game on my part when it comes to football. And then, of course, baseball. So, again, if you are a fan of those sports, make sure, again, to subscribe to the channel. Again, it is free. Again, I'm also doing a little bit of college basketball as I warm up for March Madness. Again, football, baseball, my top two. Those are like by far and away that's my cup of tea. That's what I know, like the back of my hand. The other sports, anything else I call, I'm either learning it, how to call it, learning the players on the fly, learning the rules. But it's definitely been fun again to call hockey. And even college basketball. Again, I've always loved watching college basketball. Just calling it is a completely different animal. Again, appreciate it, Clay. Thank you again. Again, feel free to vote in the poll. I can probably start over the poll. Again, USA winning the first iteration of the poll, but it may not be the case here. Let's see here. Let's change it up. Let's get an updated poll. USA or Canada, who wins? I have a feeling you might see more Canadian votes. They might actually flat out win the poll. Any NBA? No, I'm sorry, Bernie. I'm just not really an NBA guy. I used to be. Growing up watching it in the 2000s, I really watched. I loved it. I love the NBA. But now I really can't stand, just three-pointers and, layups, slam dunks, fouls, drawing fouls, free throws. I mean, it's just, in college, there's more defense. I feel like the intensity is there. And I very much enjoy that. But yeah, NBA, nah, I'm sorry. I can't do it. I can't do the NBA. That's just, I don't know. Maybe I cave for like the finals or something just to do it for fun if there's nothing else happening. But by then, again, the World Cup will be on. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. But it would probably only be for playoffs. And that'd be like every once in a while. Yeah, they're showing the Switzerland-Sweden. Yeah, again, that was a really fun one. Switzerland, again, claiming the bronze medal, winning 2-1. That's pretty much the European final over there. Switzerland winning it. Poulin is pronounced Poulin. Poulin, okay. Poulin. Yeah, I just thought it was Poulin. Gotcha. Okay, so Poulin. Poulin, all right. I think I might have overdone it on the French then. So I was doing Poulin. So I think they said one more commercial break and we should be back in action. The F? Well, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about there, Bernie. Let's see here. Oh, well, that's not what I wanted. The NBA Finals? Yeah. Like I said, if I call anything, it would probably be that. I just don't see myself calling regular season basketball. If it is anything, it would be like an elimination game or, again, just doing some of the finals. Like I said, it's going to be mainly football, baseball. But, again, I sprinkle in, a little bit of hockey and then college basketball as kind of the bridge between NFL and MLB. But again, I'll be doing the March Madness tournaments for sure. Some of the games there. No, you're good. I'm like, what is this guy? This guy hates me now. Like, what? Didn't like my answer. I'm like, well, dang, that's tough. Hate to see it. You're good, man. Let's see. Again, probably about 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes, then we should be good. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. We're just going to stay here forever, I guess. Showing Hillary Knight mic'd up. She's laid the smack down on some players, but again, they're kind of laying the smack down on the U.S. That's always rough. Let's see. I want to say we're coming back, so I'm going to go ahead and switch it to third anyway. Just think we are. Great job. Appreciate you, Rob. Appreciate you, man. Came for Cubs, but you covered a ton of good stuff. Okay. Callie, yeah, no, good to see you, man. It's been a while. Yeah, no, I'm sure I'll be seeing some of the Cubs again. Of course, the Pirates will play the Cubs plenty. Yeah, man, that's good stuff. Good to see you, Callie. Yeah, it's been a while. March Madness, can't wait. Oh, yeah, I like March Madness, man. That's fun. Yeah, I do enjoy March Madness. That's always fun. Canadians outplaying the U.S. so far, but we have seen Canada fade in the third. Yeah. Maybe they're tired. That's what the USA can hope for. Maybe they can out-endurance Canada. We're about ready for action here again. Right to left, USA going. Again, right to left, Canada going left to right. As there's the face-off won by the United States. Keller with it on the near board. She's looking around, sends it to Edwards. Crossing center ice is Edwards. She flicks it to the near corner of the Canadian end as it'll connect with Coyne. Coyne, though, losing possession as Canada all over it. This is Shelton down the far wall. Shelton connects on a pass with the wall, and that's going to be an icing with 19:38 left to go in the third period. Again, 21 shots for Canada, 20 shots for the United States. And again, Canada, the difference of the game is a short-handed goal. So yes, there was a goal in the power play, but maybe not how you originally would have thought. Face-off happening in front of the Canadian goalie. Carpenter wins the face-off. As this is Harvey on the near side. Harvey back over to Wynn. Wynn sends a shot. It's deflected wide. DBN on the ground. Laying down. Sends it inside. No one can get there. Heisey now with it in the near corner as he falls down. And now Thompson has it whacked away from, I believe that's Murphy. Murphy in on the pursuit. This is Harvey. Harvey on the near side, gliding to the far side. Wynn isn't able to handle it as Canada now with it in the near corner. Stacy with it. Stacy sent it to the far corner of the United States, and that's going to be an icing with 19:02 left to go in the third. Let's go USA. Yep, maybe. 19 minutes. Can they get it done? Can they tie it up? Again, DBN was contacted. Looks like Murphy with the bump, but she was bumped by a Canadian player, so I think that's why there was no penalty. All right, Carpenter there with the face-off, this time won by Turnbull. Shelton now with it on the far side. She flicks it ahead off the wall, and that's going to go ahead and glide. This is Keller. Keller sending it down the near wall. Cam work is terrible, so I don't know who has it. This is Coyne. Coyne down the near circle. Sends it inside and down by DBN with 18:43 left to go. Sometimes the camera work will be a mess. Has Canada beat the U.S. before? I mean, historically, yes. But believe it or not, recent memory, apparently they played like 5 or 6 times since 2025. And the U.S. has won all those games. But Canada up when it matters most. USA now within the near corner. Sends it inside. Trying to get it. And Canada pokes it free. This is Poulin. Poulin with it crossing center ice. As she sends it to the near corner. Frankel now pushing it out to the far side. Harvey sends it to Dunn. This is Dunn down the far wall. As she sends it to the near corner. But DBN coming out and helping. Oh, Curl sends it inside. And deflected by DBN. Wynn now sending it around, connecting with Curl. Curl to Janicki. Janicki sends it inside. Curl couldn't connect. Here is Fillier. Fillier is going to give it up, though, into the United States end. As here is Wynn. Wynn sending it to Harvey down the near wall, connecting in the middle to Skamura. Skamura, though, couldn't quite handle it. As there is Shelton of Canada. Canada now getting rid of it. As now it's going to be with Stecklin. Stecklin to Barnes. Barnes now connecting on the far wall to Zumwinkle. Zumwinkle losing possession as it's flicked ahead by Canada and intercepted by Stecklin. Stecklin now sending it to the far corner. Goalie's going to come out and hand it off on the far side to Shelton. Shelton taking a beating, though, from Zumwinkle and Panic. Panic trying to jar it loose, but Canada is the one that has it. Fast, moving fast down the middle of the ice, sending it to the far circle, sent it near circle, shot is deflected high off the glass. This is Panic now down the far side, crossing the blue line, crossing center ice. She cuts inside and flicks it ahead into the near corner. Here is Canada. Canada with it. I believe that was Thompson. No, it was Turnbull. Pardon me. Turnbull with a big hit there in the corner. Clark sending it to Ambrose. Ambrose to Turnbull. Turnbull again contacted. And Canada looking for a penalty. No penalty was given. USA now with it. This is Heisey. Heisey sending it around to the near side, to the far corner. Connecting on the far side is Thompson. Thompson, though, has to take it away. Sending it inside. No one's there. No one is there. And that's going to be an icing against Canada with 16:36 left to go. And 22 shots on goal for Canada. Unbelievable. Again, Curl just couldn't connect. Curl's had a rough game. Curl's had some opportunities in front of an empty net and just hasn't been able to make it happen. Way better so far for the USA. Keep it up. Yep, they have the pressure. Again, we've seen pretty much a flip of this earlier in this game where Canada really had all the possession and all the pressure. And of course, again, the USA fighting for their Olympic hopes, their gold hopes. USA has it there. There's Harvey. Harvey sending it to Wynn. Wynn gives it up, though, as Shelton now with it in the far corner. She has it deflected out of play with 16:24 left to go in the third. As that'll be a souvenir. That'd be fun to get a puck. That'd be pretty cool. And appreciate you guys for tuning in. Like I said, again, I know there's a lot of competition out there for your attention, so thank you again for letting me call the game for you. It is pretty cool stuff. Again, just really starting this hockey stuff, but by far the best stream. Not even close. This is Harvey now with the far side, sending it to, I can't you remember her name that's Knight. Knight, yeah, pardon me. Knight falls down. Carpenter in the area as it's deflected to the near corner. Canada trying to get rid of it. That is Jock. Jock sending it to, I believe that's Jenner. And now it's going to be with Harvey. Harvey now sending it to the far side as DBN going to come out and whack it away to Jock, though USA taking it back. This, I believe, is Harvey. Harvey with it as she falls down. And Canada just flicks it ahead into the United States end. U.S. now with it. This is Wynn behind her own goalie. Again, 15:40 left to go in the third. 1-0. Canada leading over the United States. Again, this is the final match. Janicki now down the near side. Near circle sends a shot. That's going to be just a little bit wide. Canada now with it. USA now with it. Curl sending it. It's intercepted. Intercepted by Canada. This is Stacy. No, Stacy couldn't quite get there. Keller to Janicki. Sending it inside. And it's just going to be wide to the far corner as Canada deflects it away. Though Edwards now trying to flick it ahead. And she does. But, of course, no one's there for the United States as Fast flicks it up ahead to Edwards. They're just playing hot potato, I guess. As Edwards sending it to the near side. Janicki in the pursuit in the near corner. She's going to let it go. With Canada having it now on the far side. This is Watts. Watts sending it up the middle. And Fillier couldn't quite get there. Keller and Fillier on the pursuit as Fillier takes a tumble in the corner. Edwards trying to get rid of it. As looks like Canada flicking ahead to Fillier. Fillier going to come off the ice. Here is, I believe that's Heisey on the far corner of their own end. Crossing the blue line. Crossing center ice. Crossing the blue line. Sends it to Bilka on the near corner. Sends a shot. It's going to be deflected away by DBN. Murphy in on the area. as here come the Canadians. Canadians again moving up and down. This is Nurse. Nurse has it taken away by Bilka, who sends it to Stecklin on the near corner of their own side. Sending it to the far side. Barnes now sending it to Skamura. Skamura's pushed down. And now we have another tumble in the corner. Barnes there falling down. Getting up. Murphy, though, winning the puck. Murphy looking around near circle. Skating around to the blue line at the point. Murphy sends a shot inside. Saved by DBN with 13:58 left to go. In this one again, time slowly running out for the United States. Another commercial break. All the records broken this Olympics will be overlooked if they lose here. Yes, sir. That is very true, banking. Very true. Yeah, that would be very disappointing. Again, Canadian fans listening in, probably not too worried about that. They're pretty happy. Again, they should be really proud. You guys should be really proud of how they're playing. But right now, of course, the USA with a lot of pressure. They really are bringing the pressure, but is it going to matter in the end? Can Canada hold out for the next 13 minutes? That's going to be 14 minutes, pardon me. So, yeah, we'll see. It's not a $1 million question, but it is worth a gold medal. Of course, apparently there's not much gold on the gold medals anymore, so really just a silver medal with gold plating. But that's still pretty cool. Still pretty cool. Again, we do have a new poll. I put that up to start the third period. Who's going to win? USA with 51%. So there's still belief in the United States. Now it's 50-50. But yes, 50-50 USA, Canada. Again, Canada with the lead. USA, of course, with the unbeaten streak. But it's on the line. Of course, again, it doesn't really matter. You could lose in the first game, but can't really lose in the last game. You want to win your last game. Canada trying to make that a reality today. Again, I should be on for USA-Slovakia tomorrow, 3:10 Eastern Time. Hopefully I see you guys there, as that'll be for the semifinals. Or pardon me, right to go to the gold medal match. Again, the loser will head to the bronze. As face-off is going to happen. Heisey falling down. Murphy in pursuit. Connecting on the near side is Harvey. Harvey giving up, though, as this is Wynn. Wynn down the far side. Sends it around to the far corner. As this is Bilka. Bilka now letting it go to Murphy. Murphy now sending it to Harvey. Harvey now at the point. She sends it inside, deflected away. Now this is Shelton. Shelton trying to get it loose. As Harvey now with it at center ice. Sending it to the far corner. DBN coming out and handling it. Sending it to Sheldon, but given up by the Canadians. USA with a shot. It's deflected wide. Fast again, getting in the way. Good defense there. This is Barnes. She sends it. That's going to be a little bit wide. Pardon me, that was Keller. Keller in at the point. Looking around, skating to the near wall. Sending it around to the near corner. Deflected away by Fast. But Keller with it again. Keller to Edwards. Edwards passing to, I believe that was Carpenter. Carpenter to Keller. Keller on the near corner. She's looking around. Finds Edwards at the point. Sends it around to the near side. And it's going to be taken away by Shelton, who sends it to the near corner. Watts now with it. Sending it high off the glass. Shelton now in the far corner. Deflecting up to Keller. Keller getting bumped a little bit as Canada will deflect it into the near corner of the United States. Watts now with it behind the U.S. goalie. Again, Frankel hasn't really had to do much here this third period, but she better stay on her toes as it's deflected into the far side. Here's Canada, far circle, near circle, sends it back to the points. Sends it to the near circle. Ambrose with a shot. That's going to be a wide. Edwards now claiming it in the far corner, sending it up the far wall, but it's intercepted by Ambrose. Ambrose to LaRock. LaRock to the near side. Multi with it, sending it to the points. This is Jock, and she sends it high. Out of play with 12 minutes to go in the third period. Should the women lose, the men would have to bring it home. Yes, Donald, you are correct. Let's go Canada. Yep, Shiro looking pretty good. Or Shiro. Probably Shiro. Appreciate you for tuning in. Again, Canada leading with 12 minutes to go. Elbows up. Appreciate you, Izzy, for tuning in as we have a face-off won by the United States, sending it into the near corner. Looks like Canada will win the race, sending it to the near corner again. United States, though, with it for the moment, but taken away by Thompson and the Canadians. As she sends it, but it's intercepted by Harvey. Harvey sending it to the near corner. No one's really there. On the pursuit is Janicki. Janicki looking around, sending it to the far corner. This is done. Done now with it behind the goalie. Sends it inside. Curl just couldn't connect again. Curl's had a rough day. This is Stecklin. Stecklin to Barnes. Barnes sends it inside, deflected and saved by DVN again. That's just, I feel like I've said that a lot. 25 shots now for the United States. DVN again having a great day. Again, she has been beat a few times, but the United States just can't seal the deal. Face-off won by the United States. USA with it. That is Skamura. Skamura with it behind the goalie. She's looking around, sends it to Harvey. Harvey looking, sends it inside, deflected to the far corner. Canada now with it on the far side. Intercepted by Panic. Panic sending it just wide of the goalie. Canada now with it on the near side. This is Stacy. Stacy's mom sends it to Shelton. Shelton now sending it to the far side. Intercepted by Panic. Panic not panicking. She's trying to find someone, though, but Panic falls down. Panic fighting for it. At last, she did lose. Stacy now sending it to the near side. Intercepted by Harvey. Or win. I believe that's going to be a penalty. Thank you. Appreciate you, man. Here's some coffee money for the U.S. Men Hockey Tournament. Appreciate you, man. Folks, if you can, please put a W in the chat for Banking. Again, that really helps out the channel. Thank you very much, Banking. It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure talking to you, man. It's been a pleasure calling the hockey games for you guys. And this, of course, again, this is fun. This is really fun. Yeah, appreciate you. Yeah, thank you, Deacon. Again, that's awesome. That is great stuff. USA with it, sending it to the far corner as it's going to be deflected into the near corner now. Canada with it. Keller in on the pressure, trying to poke it loose. Keller and Heisey and, oh man, everyone there. But Ambrose with it now for Canada. This is Watts. She just flicks it up ahead and out of play, as that'll be a souvenir with 10:25 left to go in the third period. Yeah, there we go. All the W's. Appreciate you, Robert, Denny, Sro, George. Again, thank you guys. And that really helps out. It really does. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. It's really cool. It's really cool. All right, face off there on the far side of the Canadian end, won by Canada. Shelton now with it on the far side, far wall. She sends it connecting with the near wall. Not going to be an icing. Canada now with it. This is Jenner. Jenner going to be crunched in the far corner. Taken away by Heisey. Heisey flicking it ahead, but it's intercepted by Fast. Fast sending it to the far side, and no one's there except for Keller. Keller now chilling behind the goalie. 10 minutes to go in the third. Canada leading 1-0. Keller sending it to Coyne. Coyne, though, losing it, but then regaining it. Near circle. Sends it across, and it's deflected to the far wall. This is Turnbull. Turnbull going to turn around. And, Knight turning into a bull over there and knocking down LaRock as she's trying to get the loose puck under control. Hillary does. She sends it back. Now, of course, this is Stecklin. Sends a shot. It's going to be deflected. Oh, and off Stacy. Stacy with a nice diving attempt there. Stacy winning the puck and flicking it into the United States end. 9:20 left to go in the third. And that's going to be an icing with 9:17. Greetings from Bergs Falls, Ontario, Canada, and go Canada. Appreciate you, Ethan. Greetings from Texas. And yes, your ladies looking pretty good. They just may be better than my ladies today. 9:17 left to go here in the third again. Canada looking pretty good. United States with a lot of pressure here in the third period, but Canada doing a good job of holding strong. This is Harvey. Harvey sending to Win. Back over to Harvey. Harvey sends a shot, and it's just wide. Win with it again, sending it around. This is Dunn. Dunn with it behind the goalie, circling to the far corner. Far circle. Sends it to the far corner. That is Janicki. Janicki gives it up, though, as this is going to be Turnbull. Turnbull takes a big hit as Stacy couldn't quite control it. This is Curl. Curl flicking it into the near corner of the Canadian end, but it's going to be offsides. with 8:48 left to go in the third. Again, appreciate you guys for the W's. That's awesome. Appreciate you, Bernie and Pinky. Again, 8:48 left to go. We might go to commercial break. Are we? I think so. I think we are. Let's see here. Again, 23 shots by Canada, 25 by the United States. Again, the difference of the game is indeed a shorthanded goal, which was, again, by Kristen O'Neill, assisted by Laura Stacy and Renata Fast. Elmo liking it. Dallas, how's it going? Good to see you, Dallas. Appreciate you. Getting nervous. Come on, ladies. Yeah, I know. Running out of time. What's up, dude? How's it going, Dallas? Good to see you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Dallas. I know you're pretty excited. I know you're definitely excited. As Canada, again, just under 9 minutes. I guess it was a timeout. Timeout as the ladies have a players-only meeting. Coach not really talking to them. Listening to your coverage of Olympic hockey, and you've done a great job. Appreciate it. No, yeah, I appreciate it. Definitely learning again. Like I said, learning on the job because I'm not the hockey expert. I don't know much about hockey. Really just started covering hockey this year. And again, not many games. I can count on probably both hands how many games I've actually called. But appreciate you guys. Thank you again for the kind words. You guys have been awesome. Way better pressure, but 0 goals. Yep. Yeah, like I said, again, the United States with dominating possession here in the third period, but just can't seem to solve this Canadian defense. USA, W. Appreciate your safety. Who got the bronze? That was Switzerland. Switzerland with a nice win there. Face-off going to be won by Carpenter. Harvey now within her own end, now in the near wall. She sends it to the far side. This is Wynn. Wynn sends it to the near corners. It circles around. Crunch there. Watts will have it as she flicks it ahead to Wynn. Wynn now with it with Harvey. Harvey crossing center ice. That's deflected up in the air as that's going to be turned over. Thompson there with Canada. Canada to Watts as she flicks it up ahead and intercepted by Harvey. Harvey now with it on the far side. Sending it to Janicki. Lets it go to Coyne. Coyne with it. Sending it back to Janicki. As it looks like Coyne's going to fight for it but lose control. Watts now with it. Sending it up and into the United States territory. This is Keller. Keller sending it to the near corner. Looks like DBN's going to come out and hand it off to Shelton. Shelton with it on the far corner. She sends it back to Fast. Fast looking, sending it to the near side to Watts. Watts lets it through to Edwards. Edwards sending it to Murphy, who Murphy sends it to the Canadian end. And no icing. 7:47 left to go here again. 1-0 Canada leading over the USA. This is Shelton just flicks it ahead to the far side. No icing. This is an opportunity for the Canada. She's sending it in, and she's deflected and saved by Frankel. Multi there. She just fell down. She was pushed down. Emma Multi. Again, I'm not really sure how to pronounce her name. But again, she was just shoved down at the end of that one as she really was just trying to whack the puck loose from Frankel. Can't really do that. Please, Canada. Emma wanting. Yes, Switzerland, yeah. Switzerland won. Apply the defense. They are playing pretty good defense. All right. Face-off won by Canada, but now the referee is going to call it back. As it looks like, I think, is that Turnbull may have moved early. I'm not too sure. We aren't making cakes, no icing. Yeah, there we go. I like that. I like that. Again, 26 shots for Canada, 25 for the U.S. Face-off won by, I guess the USA will claim it. As she has it in the near corner, this is Stecklin. Stecklin sending it to the far side to Barnes. Barnes just flicks it ahead as Canada will go ahead and have it. This is LaRock. LaRock is rocked by the U.S., but then given up again as Canada has it, but they send it to the U.S. An interception there for Barnes. Stecklin with it on the near side of her own end, sending it to the near corner of the Canadian end. DBN's going to come out and just hand it off to LaRock, who sends it to the far side, and she takes a big hit. Sending it to the near corner of the Canadian end. Trying to fight for it is Stacy. Stacy with it. Stacy just trying to gatekeep it. Dunn trying to poke it loose. She does. Dunn with it for the U.S. behind the goalie. She's just being manhandled. Puck comes loose. Sending it over to Harvey on the near corner. Near side. Back to the point. This is Barnes. Sends it to the far side. Curls in on the area, but not able to get there. This is Turnbull sending it up ahead to Harvey. Harvey, though, intercepts it. This is Dunn. Dunn racing down to the far side. Canada now with it in the far corner. She takes a big hit. Oh, and that's going to be a penalty. Oh, man, a delayed penalty again. She got whacked into the wall. And I think Canada will have a power play as, let's see, I'm trying to see on the name there. Looks like Curl. Curl's going to go to the sin bin. Ambrose is still down. Ambrose is still down for Canada. She took a big hit. Probably some frustration. Again, Curl has had so many opportunities. And she just hasn't been able to seal the deal. Let's go USA. Yeah, it's looking rough, Troy. Christina like in Canada. A team averaging 5 goals a game is getting blanked. Yeah. Let's go Canada again. Curl just dishing out. Oh, man. Ambrose face first into the wall. I mean, unbelievable. That is, she might have to go to the blue tent. Curl, our girl. Yeah, she's just, yeah, it's had a rough time. Curl again, just pushing Ambrose in the back against the wall. They're going to review this. I don't know if they're going to see if it's a major penalty or a minor penalty. But as of now, it's 2 minutes for boarding. So we'll see what's the call. So it was actually a major penalty, but they just downgraded to a minor. Wow. So it would have been 5 minutes. But no, it's just going to be the 2. So again, a power play for Canada with 6:23 left to go in the third period. Again, Canada looking like they are going to taste some gold. But we'll see. Face-off won by the United States, sending it to the far side. Fast flicks it to the far corner. Taken away by Stecklin. Stecklin now sending it to the far side for Canada, as they'll make them start over. United States, though, with the pressure. Panic doing a good job. Panic now has the puck behind the goalie, but no one else is there for the United States. Canada now with it. 1:37 left to go on the power play. 6 minutes to go here in the third period. Here is Canada. Fillier flicking it to herself in the near corner, trying to connect on the far side. She does, but it's taken away by the United States, who flicks it ahead. Canada now with it again. 1:20 left to go on the power play. Here comes Fast and the Canadians as she flicks it ahead. Now I'm going to send it back. Here's Watts. Watts now down the far side. Far circle. Watts with the shot. It's denied. Another shot is denied. Canada now with it. 1 minute left to go on the power play. 5:25 left to go here in the third period. Here is Jock, says that one is going to be denied again. Here is Thompson. Thompson sends it to the near side of Jocks. I guess it's Jakes. I've been saying it wrong the whole time. As anyway, it's going to be sent back to Shelton. Shelton now with it at center ice. Sending it to Jakes. Jakes back over to Shelton. Shelton to Thompson. Thompson flicks it ahead to Frankel, who's going to down it with 35 seconds left on the power play. 4:58 left to go in the third. Averaging 5 goals but fighting for 1. Yeah, it's tough. Major would have been game over, yeah. They're cooked, maybe. Shelley saying, go Canada. Yeah, Canada looking really good. Looking really good. 35 seconds left on the power play. Just under 5 minutes to go in this one. Here is Sheldon. Sheldon winning the face-off here. Flicking it to the behind the goalies. Pull in, losing control, but Canada still with it. This is Fast. Fast sending it to Watts. Watts sending it back to the point. This is Sheldon to the far circle. This is Fillier. Fillier with it. Sending it to Fast. Fast back to Fillier. Sending it to Sheldon. Sheldon pulling. Shot is going to be denied. Sending it to the near corner. USA now with it. Flicking it ahead. Trying to get rid of it. 6 seconds left in the power play. It's going to be a successful power play kill. Thanks for streaming. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, I know. Maybe not a thank you if the U.S. lose. Power play was killed. Here come the Canadians as they send it to the near corner of the U.S. end. Stacy trying to get there. USA, though, winning the race for the moment, but intercepted by Canada. Canada now with it on the near side, circling the goalie, sending it back to Stacy in the near corner. Curl with some big punishment. Curl intercepted. Canada now with it. Jake sending a shot. It's deflected. Oh! Most an opportunity for Canada. United States coming up. Here's Curl to the far wall. That's going to deflect into the far corner. Intercepted again by Canada. Canada now with it on the near side. And Jakes takes a huge hit with 3:43 to go. Some collision happening here in Milan. Here is the United States sending it around to the far side. Now to the near corner. Here is Jakes. Jakes again sending it to the center ice. Deflected away. Canada with an opportunity. Flicks it ahead. And it's going to be behind the U.S. goalie. Canada winning it, but now the USA claiming it in the near circle. Keller crossing again, sending it to the far side to Murphy. Murphy now sending it to the near corner. No one's there except the Canadians. Canadians taking another hit. USA trying to flick it free, but the Canadians actually have it. As here is, I believe this is Maltese with it in the near corner in the American side. Passing to pull in. Shot by Fillier. Deflected off the mask of Frankel. 3 minutes ago. Another shot behind. Fillier with it in the near corner. Near circle. Looking around. Flicking it ahead to pull in. Pull in the near corner. As she just sends it to the far side. Watch. Sheldon swing and a miss. Sheldon now with it again. Send it to the far circle. Shot is deflected away. 2:40 left to go. The USA desperately need to reclaim possession because it's not good. Watts on the near corner. Oh, and there's an opportunity for the United States. Again, Zumwinkle doesn't know where the puck is. She now has it near circle as she's going to slide down and fall down in the corner. Zumwinkle right on top of the puck, as it's going to be blown dead with 2:23 left to go in the third period. The U.S. women running out. Increase the tariffs, this guy. Canada, my home and native. Yeah, that's tough. Canada's jerseys are awesome with the maple leaf. No, honestly, yeah, Canada's jerseys are really nice. Not going to lie. Go USA. You missed out on your calling to be a sports announcer. I didn't miss out. We're doing it right here. We're going to do it right here on YouTube, folks. We're going to do it right here. I get to call whatever I want. And again, ideally, in about, maybe in a few years, we're making really, good money doing this with the ads. Really, it's hopefully the ads don't pay much, but gotta start somewhere. Again, ideally, yeah, this is what the channel is about, just calling games and again talking sports. That is the goal. Canadian jersey. Yeah, no, the Canadian jerseys are really nice. Really good jerseys. Getting a little bit of a delay here. I guess it was a timeout by Canada or something. And there was a delay, a stoppage of play, but I think Canada may have called their timeout. 2:23 left to go in the third. Canada minutes away from getting the gold, but maybe, just maybe, the United States can pull off a miracle. Do you believe in miracles? Do you? Well, I don't know. We'll see if we do. Big time Steelers fan here. Appreciate you, Troya. You know it's Steelers forever. Hopefully we get it. Hopefully we get it going next year with the new voice. All right, we're back. Again, just over 2 minutes to go. The crowd is indeed wild. I'm not kidding. It is loud in Milan. Face-off won by the United States. Keller with it on the near side. United States, by the way, with an empty net. They're going all in with 2 minutes to go. Carpenter to Janicki. Back to Carpenter. Back over to Edwards to Keller. Keller looking around to Edwards. Edwards sends it inside. Oh, it's a goal! Oh, the United States have just tied it up! Tied it up with 2 minutes to go! Hillary Knight! Hillary Knight with the goal! 1-1, tying it up with 2 to go! Unbelievable! Do you believe in miracles, folks? Unbelievable! Assisted by Layla Edwards. Hillary Knight right next to DBN. Putting it through. The USA made a play. As you listen to that right here on Dr. Delay. Unbelievable. Hillary Knight, the captain, playing hero, putting on her super Supergirl Kate, or Cape, pardon me. Here are the United States sending it to the far side, now to the near corner. Completely different game now. The United States swarming to the puck. Thompson now sending it to the far corner. Here is Heisey. Heisey flicking it into Belinka. Oh, Murphy takes a huge tumble. No call. No call. Canada now taking it down the near side. As they send it to the far corner, this is Watt sending it inside. Intercepted by Harvey. 1:30 to go. Harvey charging with the United States. It's a 3-on-2. 3-on-2 for the United States. Sending it to the far circle, and they can't take advantage. Murphy wasn't ready. As Canada just flicking it ahead. But Keller now with it in her own end. 1:20 to go. Sending it to Harvey on the blue line. Sending it to the near circle. Shelton takes a crunch. She flicks it ahead. Here is Jenner. Jenner couldn't quite handle it. Edwards now seeing it ahead, and that's going to be intercepted by Canada. Canada with a minute left, sending it to the near corner. And that's going to be an icing with 59.8 seconds left in the third. Unbelievable game, folks. Unbelievable. Oh, my goodness. When the United States needed a hero, you get one. We got a game. Unbelievable, I know. Is he not happy? Oh, my goodness. What a... You got to believe. Yep. Man, what a game. Unbelievable. This is... Again, we were treated a good one earlier, Switzerland and Sweden, but this one, I think, has just topped it. Face-off going to be won by the United States. Curl sends the shot just wide. Again, Curl's had a rough night. Canada just trying to gatekeep it on the far wall. United States with it. This is Janicki on the far circle, cutting inside. Sends it inside, deflected away. Canada just trying to get it the heck out of there. Here's Edwards as she flicks it down to the far side. Wrap it around to DBN. DBN's going to hold it. Sending it to the far side. That's Fast. Fast to, I believe that is Clark. Clark has it poked away. Sent to the near corner. 25 seconds. USA have it. This is Curl. Curl sending it inside. Now it's in the far corner to Dunn. Dunn with it in the far corner. 18 seconds left. Dunn sending it to the far corner again. Shelton's going to go ahead and have it. Taken away by Heisey. Shot is going to be saved by DBN with 9 seconds left. A shot by Murphy trying again to maybe a last second buzzer beater. But it's held down with 9.5 seconds remaining. Another overtime, yeah. Most likely. Unbelievable game. This is great. This is great. I mean, honestly, this is great. Couldn't have asked for a better one. Face-off happening on the far side on the Canadian end. Face-off going to be won by Canada. I think that's probably going to do it. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Sending it to Stacy. Stacy with the desperation shot. That's well off target. And we are going to overtime, folks. Unbelievable stuff. Hillary Knights with the game-tying goal with just about 2 minutes to go, sending us to overtime again. Unbelievable. Again, you can't say DBN looks pretty upset with herself, but I mean, she's had a heck of a game. DBN, again, these goalies, Frankel and DBN, I mean, you got to just tip your cap to them. I mean, they have played so well. They have played great. OTB of 5v5, going to be 3v3. I think the gold medal game should be a classic. It should be, yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be 3v3, though. 2 great games, yep. OT, yeah. This is great. It is, Deacon. This has been fantastic, man. Unbelievable. This is so good. Popcorn, oh, yeah, we need it. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, we're going overtime, folks. I'm going to go and just put intermission up for now. Don't know how long it's going to be. Would love to see. Come on, just keep going up. Show me how much time is on the clock. Don't you dare not show me. Unbelievable. All right, well, intermission for now. Again, we're going overtime. Again, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Helps out the channel a lot. Again, it is free to do so, folks. Just a friendly reminder, it is free. Again, if you do like football and baseball, that is kind of what I prioritize. But again, not much of that happening right now. In fact, none. So, of course, covering some hockey. Of course, the Winter Olympics. Again, we'll also be doing some college basketball. I did some college basketball in the past few days as I'm warming up for March Madness. But again, if you're a sports fan, you are subscribing to the channel. Again, it is free. It is free. Why not, Hillary? Why not, Kenneth? You believe. Yep. What do you think? Which team's going to win? It's close. Appreciate you, Naoki, for tuning in. Let me go ahead and show you again the stats here. That's not the stats, just so you guys can know. Again, shots on goal, 28 for the United States, 29 for Canada. Penalty minutes, the United States has spent a lot of time in the sin bin. And ironically, there has been a power play goal. Well, I guess shorthanded goal. Again, a goal on a power play. But that was by the Canadians. That was by the Canadians, again, opening up the scoring early in the second period. Kristen O'Neill, again, just 54 seconds into the second period, 1-0 Canada. Assisted by Laura Stacey and Renetta Fast. But then, with 2 minutes to go in the game in regulation, Hillary Knights flicking it in, assisted by, again, Layla Edwards and Megan Keller. Big stuff. What's your opinion? Again, it could go either way. I don't know. I really ideally want the U.S. U.S. are playing better as of late. So if the momentum is anything, it could be the U.S. I mean, I'm thinking the U.S. probably wins, but like I said, you never know. You never know. You never know how these things shake up. You really don't. Just, you know, again, USA pressuring. Maybe they're caught. And then, of course, a fast break opportunity could take it, you know, Canada. You just never know. That's usually how it goes in overtime for hockey. Again, not saying that I'm an expert. Again, I'm just now really learning the game. But yeah, been pretty fun. Michigan. Think the U.S. wins because Canada fades late. Yeah, maybe. Love the Texas Longhorns baseball, softball, and both basketball teams. Gotcha, Donald. Yeah, probably not going to be covering too much of college baseball. You can probably watch the games on YouTube for free, so that's probably why I'm not going to cover much. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if they'll make the tournament though. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know how Texas is doing. I don't think they're doing that great. But again, I covered Texas a lot for football. But, you know, if they're in the March Madness tournament, you never know. Maybe I do cover them. Maybe I don't. All right. Let me go ahead and end the poll. We got a new one. We got a new one coming your way. I want to know your updated feelings on the game, folks. If you don't mind. Who wins? USA or Canada? What do you got? What do you guys got? Right now, early off, the USA taking an early lead, 70% to 30. Oh, wow. USA kind of dominating the poll. You see a player in college basketball with 3 Grand Slams? Oh, I did not. I didn't even know that's... I mean, I'm sure it's happened, but that's pretty impressive. But, again, appreciate you guys for tuning in again. Make sure to like and subscribe. It is free to do so, folks. Free to do so, I promise you. Again, expected to be back for USA and Slovakia tomorrow. Very likely I do Canada and Finland tomorrow as well in the morning. But that one's a little shaky. We'll see. We'll see. But I can guarantee you again, the USA-Slovakia match in the afternoon. And of course, again, I'll be covering both the bronze and gold medal for the men's regardless. So I will be covering another Canada men's match regardless. As, again, you know, whether they win or lose, most likely win. I'll be covering that. But that'd be pretty cool, though, to see USA and Canada in both finals. I think that's what we all want here. Sticking with the USA, got to support your Canuck girls, yeah. No, I mean, they're looking pretty good. And Canada is not too shabby again. USA may have the momentum, but that was, of course, before they went into the locker room. So anything could happen here. Canada. Yeah, watch the spamming there. I'm not really a fan of spamming, personally. Not really the biggest fan of spamming. We're going to go ahead and time you out for a minute. Let you think about what you did. You have a cousin that plays for Tampa Bay. Oh, that's pretty cool. Hopefully men's play improves. Yeah. No USA. Colton doesn't like it. Colton doesn't like the USA, or you're saying no to Canada, USA. Sweep Canada, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Again, Kid 8, the men's seem pretty good. But again, the women clearly came to play today. It's been a really fun game to watch and really fun game to call as well. So, appreciate you guys again. Sweep Canada, we'll see. USA. I like that. How long will overtime last? Again, it's a 10-minute overtime. As far as until we get to overtime, I don't know. I'd love to know a time. I'd love to let you know, but unfortunately, they hate the viewer, so they're not going to let us know nothing until the last second. But yeah, appreciate you guys again for tuning in. Feel free again to chat down below. Again, I try to get to the chat as often as I can. A lot of USA in the chat. Good to see you, Keith. Good to see you, man. Remember you from baseball season. You need to see this game. Yeah, it's a pretty good game. It's on Peacock. You can watch it on Peacock. I want to say USA as well. I'm not too sure on that, though. I'm watching it on Peacock myself. Let me go ahead and move closer here. Is this mic being a problem there? Canada won. We'll see. Go either way. USA. Go, ladies. USA. Good to see you, Pure Generally. Good to see you, man. Appreciate you for tuning in. You got a good one. Got a great one. I mean, couldn't have asked for a better final. And make sure to check out Pure Adrenaline Sports for all your baseball coverage. Again, he's also been doing some hockey as well. If you like hockey, please check out Pure Adrenaline Sports. I mean, again, I'm assuming most of you guys like hockey, so make sure, again, to subscribe to Pure Adrenaline Sports. But I know he's ready for baseball season as well. So, again, he does hockey, football, some basketball, and some hockey. So make sure, again, to click on Pure Adrenaline Sports and subscribe to the channel. Again, it is free. You know what happens? Do you know what the medal count is? Actually, it's a good question. Let's get an updated medal count. All right, here we go. Let's see. Sudden death, yes. Something got to be. Yeah, no, again, good to see you. Now I remember you from baseball. I remember you, Keith. Remember a lot of my OGs. But there you go. United States sitting in third place. With 7 golds, 12 silvers, and 6 bronze medals. Norway going to win. I mean, that's just unbelievable. Italy in second. USA again in third. Canada is in 11th with 4 golds, 6 silvers, and 14 bronze. No, 14 total medals. My bad. 4 golds, 4 silvers, and 6 6 bronze. I can't speak. I don't know why I can't speak now. So, yeah, gold medal for the U.S. definitely helps them with a chance to catch Italy for second, which seems to be the common thing. Again, 12 silvers. That's not what I wanted. Appreciate you, Troy. Appreciate you, man. MHL pulling for Canada. It's going to be a shootout. Yeah, possibly. I don't know. 3-on-3, it's usually kind of a guarantee that we'll see a goal. But we'll see. Again, it's going to be pretty cool. Haters going to hate. I don't know. Who's hating? I don't know. I don't know anyone that's hating here. Let's take the gold, yeah. This guy, yeah, I'm taking out in Alberta. Yeah. Nobody gets all their medals in ski competition. Yeah, they're dominating. It's unbelievable. Did women curling? Yes. So they will actually take on Switzerland again. They just beat Switzerland, and they'll take them on in the semifinals. So, yeah. That's pretty interesting. Yes, yeah, no, they won at the very end. They held on. Looked like they were about to win. They're up 6-3, and then they kind of blew it at the end. But then they were able to hold on, so that's always good. That's always good. Man, I don't know. I didn't realize. I don't remember the Sweden-Switzerland game being this long in between intermission for overtime and third period, but whatever. Guess it's a 15 minutes. I don't know. Pretty crazy stuff. Pretty crazy stuff here. Man, I just can't believe this. This has been a heck of a game. Like, what a game. What a game. Let's see here again. USA leading in the poll, 64%. Wow. What do you guys think? Is this the best game of the tournament? You guys thinking so? I'm thinking so. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. What do you think? If there was a game that's better than this, let me know what it was. Because I don't know. I don't know. This is pretty darn good. Norway's the king of cross-country. Apparently. OTB 3-on-3. Yes. Conjuring. I don't know what that is. It sounds like the scary movies. I don't watch scary movies now. I don't watch horror. That was great curling match. USA Switzerland. Yeah. Neither team cheated this guy. At least there's no Bad Bunnies as we wait. Yeah, no, that's true. Any celebs? Probably not. Probably not. Actually, I'm not even kidding. I've had some pretty, you know, like, again, Tom Grossi's been in the chat before. There's a political guy. He has like 6 million subscribers. He's been in the chat before. He complimented my play-by-play for football, and that was pretty cool. Gonna keep the name though, just because again it's politics. Don't really want to talk that. But yeah, that was pretty neat. A humbling experience. Again, a pretty high up political figure. Again, he's not a politician, but he talks a lot of politics. Whether you agree with that or agree with him or not, it was pretty neat. It was pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know why. Again, it's taking forever. It's tremendous. Yeah, I'm thinking it's a great game. Either way, whoever wins. Horror today. No, I'm just not a horror guy. I don't know. I just don't like the vibes. If I do watch anything like scary, it's probably like on YouTube where I'm like watching some, I don't know, just some crazy stuff, I guess, like real life stuff, like where they're talking about like top 5 like most craziest or I don't know if you guys like Mr. Ballin. I've watched him a little bit. That's kind of neat where he tells like scary stories based on real stories, or you know, it's real stuff. That's always neat. Save the best for last. Yeah, for sure. Red, white, and blue. You know it. Your birthday's in April. Happy early birthday. I'll try to remember it. Went from nervous to excited. Yeah, best game. Yeah, not even close. This is definitely a great game. Hold on, trying to see. Yeah, just held another comment. Yeah, again, you just can't. I mean, you can have flags. You just can't spam like 30 of them. It's going to hide those. Just letting you know. Good to see you, Orville. Appreciate you, man, for tuning in. Again, we're just waiting for overtime to get here. And what's been a pretty amazing game. It's been a great game, and yet here we are, just being told to wait. Orville cheers. Oh yeah, Orville again. He's been here for a few months. Appreciate you, Orville. Hopefully all is well with you. You implied you were married to Judy. Hopefully she's all well. Marie Phillip Pullin will get the golden goal. We'll see, Dallas. It's been a good one. It's been a really good one. It's been a really fun game. Samantha pulling for Canada. Yeah, no, again, I'd love for us to actually get to the game, but I guess they're going to keep the drama and the suspense waiting. I'm just going to go ahead and put on overtime, though, just to save myself the trouble. I have a feeling after this commercial break we're about to get back into action. I have a feeling. Women's hockey is best. It's pretty good. I really enjoyed it. It's been really fun. It's been really fun. You watch this on the bus. Okay, well, yeah, no, this is fun. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe we're just never going to come back and we're not going to finish. No one gets the gold. They're both handed silvers, and that is it, because no one wants to get back. Checking on lunch break. Gotcha. They got to take a break, dude. I guess. I don't know. It's been like 30 minutes. We are back, though. Start of overtime. All right, again, 3-on-3 action. 3-on-3. USA, Canada for the gold. This is, again, you couldn't have asked for a better game. I mean, what a game it's been. They're softening the ice, this guy. No squid. I would know nothing about all that. Go USA. Again, appreciate like button smash. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Orville. But again, should be a 3-on-3. Again, 10-minute overtime. I don't think there's been a shootout so far in the Olympics. So I think everything has been decided within the 10 minutes. Hillary went to a private high school near my house. Same time I was in high school. Nice. Let's go, Hillary. USA, USA. Yeah. Pretty cool. Again, she had the game-tying goal. Red or white, red diamond. Yep. Hopefully. Well, actually not for you, but, you know. Again, may the best team win, though, for sure. Again, this has been really fun. This has been really fun. Players warming up on the ice, getting us ready to go. Trying to see who's on the ice for each team. Not quite sure. That's not really showing it. They're showing the commentators. USA, Canada. Nashville Predators. I'm not a fan of those guys now. Go Canada. Hi from the Bahamas. Appreciate you, Jay Lange, for tuning in. The suspense is killing. I know. It's killing 3. It's killing all of us. Killing all of us here. Just making us chew our fingernails and everything. All right. I think we are about ready for some hockey, folks. Again, it's been a pleasure. May the best team win. But, yeah, this has been a really fun game. I'm thinking USA going left to right. I could be wrong, though. No, I'm kidding. I was lying. All right, USA going right to left. Canada left to right. 10-minute overtime. Pull in versus Carpenter for the face-off. Appreciate you, Steven. Again, it's been fun. Here's the face-off won by the United States. Oh, it's a 20-minute overtime. Okay, they're going to make sure this does not go to a shootout. Here is Coyne down the near side, sending it to the far side. This is Keller. Keller sending it. Well, no, Keller's still chilling with it on the far wall. Far circle, sending it inside. Sends a shot. It's going to be gloved and let go by DBN. 1935. Again, the shot was by Carpenter. This is Stacy. Stacy handing it off to Fast and Carpenter on the pressure. As it's going to be with, pardon me, that was Janicki. Janicki on the pressure. Janicki trying to get involved. And Janicki poking it loose. Stacy falls down. Janicki sending it out. This is Heisey. Heisey trying to get it to Harvey. And she does as she skates in her own end. This is Janicki now on the near side. Near wall. Looking around. Sent it to Heisey. She's working around. No, Janicki still with it. Faking the pass, but no, it's tipped away. Shelton now with it for Canada, but then won back by Heisey. This is Harvey. Harvey faking the shot. Left circle, near circle. Skating around the goalie. She's hit on the wall. Puck does glide free. Murphy now in pursuit. Oh, Canada with an opportunity. Watts racing down the side. 1-on-1 with the goalie. Watts cannot get the shot off. Unbelievable. Here's Heisey down the far side, and she takes a tumble. Heisey looking for the call. No call indeed. 18:30 left to go in overtime. Here come the Canadians. 3-on-2. 3-on-2. USA now tipping it away. As there they go. They're in the near side. This is Edwards. Edwards with it in the near corner. She's skating down near the wall. On the near wall. She's gliding across center ice. Crossing the center line. Near circle. Edwards in the near corner as it's poked away by the Canadians. Canada now with it. This is Maltais. Maltais with it. Down the near wall. Cutting inside. And they're going to call it offsides on Nurse. With 17:57 left to go. No shootout. They keep going. I did not know that. Interesting. Let's go, ladies. Oh, it's been fun. USA, USA. There's no shootout. It goes to another period. Gotcha. How much time is OT? 20 minutes. I just don't see us going to another OT. That would be pretty crazy. Keller now with it on the near wall. Near circle. Sends it to Curl on the near wall. And she's going to glide backwards. Now taking it on the far side. Crossing center ice. Crossing the blue line. Now to the far circle. Curl sends it to Keller. Near circle shot is going to be deflected wide. Canada now with it on the far wall. This is Fast. She's going to circle around and gives it off to Clark. 17:30 left to go in overtime. Clark sends it and connects on the pass. This is pull in. Near circle shot is going to be a little bit wide. And Stacy now with it on the far side, but it's given up. United States now with it. This is Carpenter. Carpenter on the far wall. And she's going to be crunched as it's deflected to the near wall, but Harvey now there to secure it. Harvey now sends it up to the near side. This is Coyne. Coyne near circle. Coyne with the shot, and it's saved by DBN with 17:06 left to go in overtime. You're getting home and I can't watch anymore. Me and our friend can't watch. That's not good. It's on Peacock. I'll try to do the best that I can. Try to do the best that I can here. 7:06 left to go here in the overtime again. 1-1. Couldn't have asked for a better ending. Could have, again, Evan, try not to tell the chat to shut up. You know, again, keep it cordial. Try to, well, you're not banned or anything. You just chill out on that. All right, here we go. Here's Canada. This is Thompson. Thompson now with it behind their own goal. He sends it to Fillier down the near side. Fillier racing down the near side, near circle. Sends a shot. It's going to be deflected right for the goal. And Frankel saves it. Oh, my goodness. Fillier with an opportunity to end the game and just nearly did. But Frankel with a heads-up play, getting the loose puck under control. Again, Fillier with a shot. Frankel poking it in front. Again, deflecting it in front. Oh, my goodness. That was as close as can be. Face-off won by the Canadians. Curl does fall down fast with the puck. Fast now with it on the far side as she skates around her own goalie. Fast now on the far side. Crossing center ice. Poked away by Curl, but she loses the puck. Canada now with it on the far side. Far side, this is Fast. Fast now has to turn around as it's poked away by, I believe this is Knight. Knight with it on the far side. Knight looking around, and she takes a shot, and it's snared out of the air by DBN with 16:20 to go in overtime. No matter the outcome, what a way to end the goal. Yeah, no kidding. You have friends that live in Canada? Gotcha. Be respectful. Yeah. Just try to be respectful, folks. All right, here's Shelton there as he wins, or she wins, pardon me. The face-off. This is Stacy. Stacy with it as it's going to be poked away by the United States. Keller with it, sending it to the near side. Heisey not able to gain control as Keller with it on the near wall. She flicks it up to Heisey. Heisey now circling behind her own goalie. As what a pass to Keller. Keller near circle. Oh, takes inside shot. Goal! The USA win! Keller is your hero! What a move by Keller, cutting inside. Assisted by Taylor Heisey, your final score, folks. The USA come back and claim the gold. Keller with a move that, oh my goodness. Unbelievable. What a play by Megan Keller. Just in case you don't believe me, folks, this is officially the Olympic website. That is your final score. 2-1. Megan Keller is your hero. And to some, she will be a villain. It was not looking good for the United States. But they just kept at it. Again, Canada came out just fire ablaze, and they were just coming out again, just looking really good in the first period. Looked really good again in the first half of the second period. But really, since then, the United States just kept coming and coming again. They couldn't quite seal the deal. Couldn't quite find the nets. Hillary Knight tips it in with 2 minutes to go in the final period of regulation, sending it to overtime. And then Keller, who's had a great Olympic Games with an amazing move, juking out, deking people left and right, and slamming it home. USA 2, Canada 1. USA claiming one of the gold medals in hockey. We'll see if they can do it again. Or will Canada have something to say about that this Saturday or Sunday? I believe it's Sunday. Yeah, what a fun game. Thank you. Appreciate you, George. That was fun. Offense faltered, but Frankel did not in the net. Yeah, Frankel was great. Frankel, absolutely. Again, these both of the goalies, Frankel and DBN, unbelievable game. Frankel again cutting inside. Oh my goodness, Thompson just had no chance with a move like that. Thompson falling down, doing everything she could. That is, wow. I mean, unbelievable. Hillary Megan 1-2 punch. Yeah. Fantastic. It was great. Goal. It was 6 games. USA goalie gave up 2 goals. I mean, it was just really good stuff. Really good stuff. What a play. Now let's get back to the PWHL. Yeah. What a fun game. I mean, I was thinking I'd congratulate your Canadian friends after this one. It was a fun game. It was really good. It was really good, man. Appreciate you guys for hanging out. Again, make sure to like and subscribe before you go. Again, what a game. What a great game. Coach of the United States, he's crying. It's emotional. Again, the United States has now won 2 of the last 3 gold medals at the Winter Olympics. So obviously Canada, of course, holds the historical dominance. However, maybe in recent memory, again, the United States might be switching that trend. As the Canadian fans in tears, Canadian players in tears, again, it was a very hard-fought game. Canada should be, again, they're going to be really disappointed, but they should be really proud with how they played. As they played their butts off, they really made the United States work. Again, arguably the greatest United States women's team that we potentially may have ever seen. And yet they made them work for it. They played their house. Yeah, they lay as both teams. Yes, exactly, Coach. Good stuff. Great comment there, Coach. You're completely correct. USA outplayed us the entire game. James, you are incorrect. Canada was outplaying the United States in the first period. Really, the first 30 minutes of the game. They were out hustling. Even, again, when they were somewhat getting outplayed. Again, the hustle by Canada was just unbelievable. Appreciate you, Troy. Do they name an MVP? I don't know. I'm kind of waiting for it. I'm not going to sign off until the coverage is done. Or at least until we find the MVP again. If we see the gold medal thing, I mean, that's probably over. Thanks for broadcast. Appreciate you, man. Again, Sir Fly. Appreciate you, Michael. Appreciate you, man. Here we go. They're both winners. Well, I mean, I don't know about that one. But, again, they should be really proud. Canada should definitely be really proud of what they got. Again, silvers, that's not too shabby. But, again, that was really fun. That was really fun. Canada win a male hockey? Probably. I mean, they're the favorite right now. I mean, but you never know. Again, if you believe in miracles, anything could really happen. Anything could happen. Again, make sure to like and subscribe before you go. Again, I'm just making sure that there's no, if there's any awards, I want to make sure to announce that before we head out. But I really do appreciate you guys for letting me call the game for you. That was really fun. Again, I'm going to be doing a lot, of course, of NFL. MLB, of course, that's coming up. And if you do like college basketball, make sure, again, to subscribe. And again, I'm just really getting into the NHL. But I will be, of course, doing some Penguins games. So, again, if you do like hockey in general, again, you never know if your team plays the Penguins. I'll be doing that. Hoping the men can follow. Yeah, and again, I'll be also doing... Again, I can guarantee you U.S.-Slovakia tomorrow. It's a maybe on Canada and Finland. I believe it's Finland, correct? But, of course, I'll be doing both the bronze and gold medal. So, again, I will be covering Canada men's team at least one more time regardless. But, I mean, I probably end up doing both games tomorrow. But you never know. I don't want to promise that one. But I can guarantee you, again, U.S.-Slovakia for sure. Canada, Finland, again, that's like a 50-50. We'll see. We shall see. I just don't want to promise that yet. Goalie for MVP, yeah, it should be. Crosby's not going to play. Yeah, hopefully he just rests. Hopefully Crosby just chills out and, waits for NHL. Just, save himself for the Penguins. Alberta's horse. That's great. That's great stuff. Still waiting to see if they're going to announce anything. I'm not seeing anything. I don't know. Again, I'll hang out for a little bit more, but if they're not going to do nothing, just... then I'll probably just head out. Canada doesn't make their chances count. They had some opportunities, yeah. They did. USA had a lot of opportunities. They really... Curl was in front of goal. She probably missed 2 or 3 shots. I know she's going to probably feel... she feels great, of course, to be a part, and she had a great tournament, but she really had a rough day today right in front of... Again, she had plenty of opportunities right in front of the nets, just couldn't quite seal the deal. Yeah, that was rough. Again, if everyone were to, again, I hate to keep asking, but again, if you're still here and haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. If everyone subscribes right now, we would hit 650. That would be pretty cool to hit. Again, I do appreciate you guys for letting me call the game for you. It's been a pleasure. It's been a real pleasure to call it. As again, we're just waiting for potential awards, but not really knowing what we're going to do here. Let's see here. For the people that are still... Let's go ahead and... Let's see. Let's go ahead and do another poll here while we're waiting, if they're going to do anything. Okay, so I appreciate you, Keith. All right. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. All right, who's going to win MVP, or who should be MVP? We got 3 choices for you. Or you can write in your vote if you want. Not going to be offended. Frankel, Keller, or Knight? Again, Frankel, of course, behind the goal. She was the reason Canada only scored 1. Keller, of course, with the game winning. And, of course, Knight, just the heart and soul of the team. Of course, had the game tying goal earlier. Let me know what you guys think. Man, I don't know if we're ever going to get this. I don't know if we're ever going to get this MVP thing. It's ridiculous. All right, no name again. You don't have to spam. Appreciate you, though, buddy. Appreciate you, though, buddy. Again, not really a fan of the spamming. Not really a fan of the spamming, no matter if I agree or not. Not a fan of the spamming. I don't know if we're going to get I don't know if we're going to get awards at all. That's crazy stuff. What you guys thinking though for the men's? Again, you guys feeling that the U.S. Have a chance, or is Canada just the clear-cut favorite? I mean, is that what are you guys thinking down below? Frank was in front of the goal. Yeah, behind the goal. Behind the goal. Yeah, that's true. She is in front of the goal. Good stuff. Appreciate you, Mike. Without Franco, game would have been over. Yeah, that's a good point. Keller, though, winning in the MVP based on the silent majority there. Keller, 48%. Frankel, 33%. Knight with 19. Catch you tomorrow for the men's game. Appreciate you, Bernie. Again, I got to still learn the names of many of the players, but yeah. Hopefully again that comes quickly, and that makes the game better when you can get the names. I feel like that just improves the broadcast so much more. MVP should be the ref that didn't call the 5 minutes of boarding, only gave this guy, Eric. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really see that's again. I'm not a hockey expert. Again, I'm just getting into hockey. So I wouldn't know. I really wouldn't know what would, push it to a 5 minutes. Or I guess she was initially given a 5 minute, then it was lowered to a 2. Yeah, I wouldn't know, but yeah, that is tough. That is tough there, Eric. That is tough. Crocodile tissue. And men's Canada has too much power in comparison to the U.S. U.S. has to play a perfect game to win. Yeah, I think that's what most people are kind of thinking. Frankel was huge. Multiple odd man rushes and a couple breakaways. Frankel MVP. Yeah. For sure. No, she was great. But Keller, though, winning in the poll. Yeah, the game winner. That was a really cool, really nifty move. And they're showing it right now. Again, that was sick. That was pretty sick. Don't know if we're going to... Let me check Twitter to see if they have at least, maybe they've announced it. They're just not talking about it on the broadcast. Again, once they announce MVP, I think we're it. But if they don't do that, then we're not going to, I need to head out of here. Women's hockey. I don't even know if that's something they do. So apparently, Caroline Harvey is the MVP of the Women's Olympic Tournament. So that's pretty cool. So Harvey is the winner of the MVP for tournament and for tournament as a whole. Now, again, as far as this specific game, I got nothing for you. But that is, yeah, it's well-deserved. Harvey is all over the place. Solid defender. As far as MVP of the game, people are saying it should be Frankel. Yeah, I would agree. They had the game in the bag. They messed up. Yeah, it was tough. Intense game. The MVP should be the coach's tie. My goodness, this guy. We did it. We won the gold. Yes, now it's men for the men's. Yeah, we'll see if the men can do it. Canada, again, really solid on the men's part. I was bugging out. Yeah, no, I got you. Again, I might have to head out, too. Again, I don't know. They might not announce it. If they announce it, well, I'm sure you guys can look it up. But looks like that's probably going to do it. Again, I don't know what they're doing. They're not going to announce it. That's fine if there even is one. But looks like Keller, though, winning in the poll. Frankel closing in. Oh, wow. Frankel's really closing it. Frank the Tank, 2 goals allowed the whole tournament. Amazing performance, yeah. I don't know. I'm just going to... We'll wait till he gets to 50 votes, and I'll call it. And then we'll... So make sure to vote again. Make sure to vote. Let me know who you have as your MVP. Again, Canada just... Again, a good performance, but just at the end, kind of... Just couldn't hold on. Couldn't hold on. But what a performance, though. They should be really proud. $49 votes. Keller probably going to win it. All right, well, Keller's going to be your MVP of the chats. But yeah, that'll do it for me. Again, I will catch you guys later. Again, make sure to like and subscribe before you go. And I will see you on the flip side. But yes, USA 2, Canada 1. That is your final. The USA winning the gold. Canada with the silver. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Again, I should be back guaranteed again for US-Slovakia tomorrow. And then, of course, we'll be doing, again, potentially, I don't want to promise this one, but Canada, Finland, possibly in the morning. Again, not going to guarantee that one, but for sure, the U.S. men's match. And again, I'll be doing both the bronze and gold medal matches this weekend. Catch you later. Good to see you, JJ. Make sure, again, to check out JJ, folks. Again, he also does what I do. He does what I do, so check him out. Again, he covers Phillies baseball, does a lot of Philadelphia sports, but again, does other stuff as well, like college basketball and so on. So yeah, make sure, again, check him out. You guys all have a great rest of your day. Catch you later. And good evening, good night, wherever you are from. Catch you in the next one. Peace.